Oh, yeah, it's time. Welcome back to another Wednesday evening here, MVP Sports Talk Radio out of WARA Studios. With me, as always, Tim and Ryan.
Yeah.
From the phone.
Buddy.
Yeah. If I can get
Oh,
this
video
going
looks
again.
good. Look at this. I'm so happy to see the video back up and running, baby.
Oh man, I didn't even know we even had that.
Oh, yeah.
Hiding over there.
Looks real nice. Looks real nice. Yeah, buddy. How we doing, fellas?
We doing?
I'm glad Tim can join us today.
Doing.
Sorry, I'm just getting all these cameras queued up here. There we go.
You're.
Good to go. Got our little header on there, you know. So, yeah, another
Glad
Wednesday
Tim
evening.
could join us. We got up there. There he is. There's
There it
Drew.
is. Say less.
There's Drew. There he is.
Drew, welcome into the studio, good sir.
Is he up? Is he turned up?
Just kidding.
There
I'm
you
gonna turn
go.
him on there.
Try it now.
Drew, welcome to the studio.
Gentlemen.
Hey,
good
buddy.
There he is.
Boys.
The boys are back. All four boys are back.
Yeah.
evening. That's some great news, man. That's some really great news. I am happy. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a pretty fun Wednesday. Starting off with a little Bruins victory.
Don't mind Tim just playing audio. I feel like that is every week that happens in here.
It's one of us.
One of you
sure.
clicks the live feed.
Oh,
and has
for
audio.
sure.
The feed and here in the videos.
Yep.
I love it. Yeah, it's usually me. I'm usually the culprit. What's
Usually.
going on tonight, boys? What are we talking about, man?
Bro, we got a double overtime victory. A much needed.
Well,
Like-
first we have a double overtime victory following a 5 overtime victory.
Can I break some news right now?
Wait, breaking
Can I get
news?
some breaking news?
Oh.
Breaking news?
Oh, hold on.
I
Like
mean, it's not
right
like it's
now?
not like it's not like oh my god news, but it's important.
It's
Does
important.
it qualify for this?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breaking
love
news.
it.
If it'll let me stop it. It's not letting me stop it because I have the break thing up.
Okay.
So we talked about this
Today, the
last
Boston
week.
Bruins
Oh.
took on the Carolina Hurricanes in a 4-3 double overtime victory.
That's not the breaking
That's
news.
not the breaking news.
Come on, Drew.
Breaking news. It is the Philadelphia 76ers for the Boston Celtics in the first round.
Oh, yeah,
I love
I
it.
did have the bracket
Love
here
it.
I was going to talk about, too.
It is now official as of 9 minutes ago.
Get the brooms out.
Now,
Get the
we
brooms out.
talked about this.
Get the
Ben
brooms
Simmons
out.
is gone, man.
Get the brooms out,
This-
boys.
this is
Bolt.
over.
Bolt.
Get
No,
the brooms out.
no. I bring out the brooms.
Get
for
the
sure.
brooms out. The Celtics are hot.
Because I think the one biggest mismatch you had was Ben Simmons for that team.
Yeah. Well,
it.
Embiid,
Yeah, but
he's
I
too,
think
he's way too hot and cold right
I
now.
think you could put Embiid. And listen, even if you let Embiid be Embiid, he ain't gonna carry you to a
No,
win.
he's not.
He's not. They
Get
might
the
they might
brooms
get a
out.
game. They might get a game. I'm not sure I'd say sweep, but it's gonna be a Celtics.
Celtics in 5 or 6.
Yeah, for sure.
Easy peasy, boys. Easy peasy.
And I couldn't believe it. I think it was last Thursday Ben Simmons went down with that injury. It
Yep.
was like the very next day after we were
Yep.
talking about it, and the poor guy goes down.
Yep, he
I
sure
felt
did.
terrible. Not really though.
Beautiful thing.
Dilly, you know what, Philly.
Mhm.
It's going to be awesome. So that's beautiful. Celtics can basically walk through the series with Philly, and then they'll have a second round matchup. With one of the top teams, probably either
Toronto.
Toronto,
Probably Toronto.
or something like that, and then on to the finals. So right now, I mean, I like the way that they played against Toronto. I mean, I think they showed that they can run with Toronto and they can put up the numbers and play some solid defense and get those wins, especially where there's no true home court. Right? It's not like they go to Toronto.
Right.
I mean, they're playing in the bubble. So I like
We all
it.
know how much they've really hurt in Toronto
Yep.
the last couple of years. Now, here's my thing. I didn't really watch the Toronto game. I was just kind of disappointed with the way things were going at that time, so I kind of checked myself out for a little bit. Was Toronto were they at full health? I know they had Lowry, right?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah, they had
had
everybody.
Gasol and they had Siakam.
Siakam. Yep. Everybody was playing.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
They beat him. They beat him, man. Beat him like a dead horse.
So do you think it was the Celtics having a really good night? Do you think that it was schemed? Do you think that it was
Yeah.
Toronto being off? Like, what do you think it was?
I see you, Mike.
I think the Celtics are just a better team.
Okay.
They just have so many options, and then they played solid defense. So that's always a key to them getting the ball back and then getting
Right.
out there. And then they were making their shots too. So I'll give them credit for that. Right? When the C's make their shots, it's really, really difficult to beat them.
No, and I agree with you, for sure.
Because I mean, and you see it, right? when they do lose, it's because they're shooting like 20% from 3-point line, right?
Well, like me and Ryan were talking last week, they should have had that game against Milwaukee. The problem was you can't have Tatum going 2 for whatever he was going 2 for 11 or 2 for 14. I think it was actually 2 for 18, right?
It was like 2 for 18.
Yeah.
He was real bad.
So I mean, if you take that away, you might even get that game. So
And then
that may be the worst
don't
game
call
he's
it
played in his
out.
career
Don't call it out.
yeah,
in the NBA.
yeah.
Once
So,
you think about
it's
it.
It's kind of scary. And here's the fun part: like Kemba's not really playing big minutes right now in these games. They're really doing a lot of load management. with
Yeah, I think
Kemba.
he just got vamped up to 32.
Going back to last week, we were saying the
18
Celtics
minutes,
are
yeah.
playing better without him. I think they're playing better without
I
him.
don't know if it's better. I don't know if it's better without him, but they're finding ways to get other people involved in the offense.
I was gonna say, I think they moved the ball
when
better.
He's not on the court.
Yeah.
But he still can come in and hit those daggers in the fourth quarter when you need him. So that's the beautiful thing. If they get that load management, and they do ration the time with him, he's still there to come in and hit those giant shots when you need him. So
Right.
I'm excited about it. Hey, how about our boy Gordon Hayward, too, just stepping up the last couple of games?
All right,
You know what's
let me
funny?
correct you. He's not our boy.
He straight up to me and Ryan said, "Take your foot,
Yep.
put it in your mouth,
Yeah, he
and
did.
swallow it."
Yeah.
And apparently Danny Ainge's side of that too, because we'll also announce that Brad Stevens was gifted a contract extension today. Mm-hmm. So here we are last week, and
Well
we probably look
deserved.
like a bunch of idiots. We don't know if he's a coach for the team. We don't know if Gordon Hayward's
Oh,
the
I
right piece.
Brad Stevens is definitely the coach for the team. Absolutely, 100%. I think.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know for the roster.
One of
For
the
team,
best
yes, I don't
coaches
know
in
for
the league
roster.
right now.
But we'll we can touch on that another time.
Yeah.
But anyways, the two of them. I don't know. Maybe he heard us. I don't know. But he decided to say, you know what, man? Here's my middle finger up.
Here's what it boils down to. You know what you're going to get from Tatum.
Correct.
You know what you're going to get from Jalen.
Correct.
You know you kind of know what you're going to get from Kemba.
Right.
As long as he can play.
Can stay healthy and
long as
It boils down to Marcus Smart and Gordon Hayward
Yep.
picking up the slack for each other.
100%.
If Hayward has a bad game, Smart's got to step up.
Yep.
If Smart's off and shots aren't falling for him, Hayward's got to step up, right? That's what it boils down to, in my opinion.
I agree.
I agree too.
Yeah, I'll take a Gordon Hayward, putting in basket after basket like he was doing the last couple of games, especially, with Kemba playing fewer minutes. So that definitely is a good sign going into this playoff series against Philadelphia. And don't look now, but Daniel Tice has been hitting from behind the arc too. So they've got to respect his shot as well when he's out on the floor. They can't just leave him wide open at 3-point range because he's been putting them down, man. He's been shooting about 40%. And that's respectable enough to have to put a guy out there to guard him. They can't just plug up the lane or double up, Jalen or Jason. So that's pretty huge when he starts putting them in there. And then how about my boy Rob Williams? Real nice game the other day.
Been high on Rob Williams.
Rob Williams.
Dude, I'm the biggest Rob Williams fan. I probably should start a fan page. New England.
Rob Williams fan page.
Yeah, absolutely. Man. I mean, why not? The guy's just a stud. He's fully healthy now, and you can see when you give him the minutes, he can go out there and produce for you. I keep hearing these pros, these experts saying the Celtics need another big. They need a big. They've got a big, man. His name is Robbie Williams.
Oh, Jesus.
Let the boy play. Unleash Robbie Williams.
Let him play.
Just let him play, man.
Let him play.
Now, look, I'm not saying give the guy 32 minutes, but let's give him 16 to 20 minutes. And let's see what he can do. Now, I will say it's kind of hard to take out a guy like Enes Kanter right now. That guy is literally, I think he gets all the rebounds. Basically, if the ball doesn't go in the basket, Enes is bringing it down and he's getting the rebound, whether it's on the offensive or defensive end. So it's kind of hard to take him and put him on the bench. But, when you need that shot blocker, when you need that energy burst, bring in Robbie, man, and let him lock it down underneath the basket.
All right, so a couple things here. One, me and Ryan were that guy last week saying how much we need a big.
Yep.
And I still think we do. The thing with Rob Williams, man, is I watch sometimes, and to me, he just looks like he's lost out on defense, and he doesn't know what he's doing.
Chris is here for an argument. We can't disappoint him.
Oh, that's probably Chris Joinville, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
We gotta be here for an argument.
listen, I like Rob Williams as much as probably Drew does. Actually, probably not, but probably pretty close.
I think we all see eye
There's
to eye.
potential.
When it
There's
comes to the
potential.
Celtics, I think
Right.
the four of, well, I know Nick doesn't follow basketball too much, but I know all four of us probably see eye to
Right.
eye a lot on the Celtics
Right,
and don't
right.
really disagree on much of anything.
But my biggest thing with him, man, is he looks lost.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he's not going to come in and play your starting center. And
Right.
that's really unfortunate because would I feel comfortable with him going out there playing against Embiid, playing against, the Jokic's and, all these big-time centers? Probably not.
No.
I mean, I don't even know if I even put him out there against, Whiteside or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, there's something about him. I mean, I feel like, what is this, his third year now?
Yeah.
I feel like by now you should be able to pick up
Year 3?
a pretty basic defensive read.
Yep.
So
All right, not to cut you off, we're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, and we're going to talk a little NBA suspension after the break. And
We can talk
Little
about.
more around
Can we
the
talk
world.
about how Tuca kind of stole the game for you in the overtime
we'll
there?
get the
know
hockey.
how he
We'll
almost-
get
Yeah,
the
Drew?
hockey.
Yeah,
Don't
Drew?
you worry. We'll get the hockey. But with that, stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Here, buddy.
MVP Sports Talk Radio here in Attleboro. Another
Drew back?
Wednesday night. Drew's back. He's there.
Hey, buddy. Drew, I miss seeing your pretty face, man.
Purdy.
All jokes aside, I miss your face.
That's very sweet of you.
Purdy. Purdy face. But anyway,
Oh, boy.
now that we're back, let's talk a little NBA suspension. How about Giannis with the headbutt? Getting a little suspension going on. What you guys' thoughts on that?
See, I didn't really see much of it, so I can't really speak on it. But what was it?
There's a lot of debate on whether it was a full-on headbutt or they kind of like both went to it and collide. I don't know.
here's the deal: he's MVP of the league, right? Face of the NBA besides LeBron right now, right?
You think he's a MVP again this year?
Listen, that's a debate for another topic. Anyways,
All
my whole point behind it is if that is going to be the catalyst of what you're trying to put out, and right, you got all these kids that are watching and things like that, and you're really using him as the example setter of the league and things like that. You can't have him out there doing stupid stuff. You know what I mean? And regardless whether it was a full-on contact, whatever, he's got to know, you know what, hey, the whole world's watching. I've got to keep my cool. And, it's really no different than, anyone else doing it, right? Mm-hmm. And I think, the guy, I don't want to say he's a Celtics fan, but I feel like he gets away with a lot.
Giannis?
Yeah, with a lot. Whether it's, terrible calls, whether, it's the... I don't want to keep beating the thing with a dead stick, but, the charge against Marcus Smart, he gets away with a lot.
See, I've always thought that was basketball's MO.
Look at how the game is catered to LeBron all these
That's
years.
what I'm saying.
Same thing.
I've always
Same
thought,
exact thing.
But I also think at the same time, like Adam Silver realizes things. Don't tell me he doesn't. And I think that, he's using it as an example now to kind of save face. So, I'm for the suspension. Listen, if it was anyone else, you go and do that, you're going to get suspended too. Why? It shouldn't be any different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just there's really should be a no tolerance for any of that garbage right now, especially where we're at. And
shouldn't get any special treatment just because of who he is.
Regardless, like he put himself in that situation, right?
I just feel like the NBA has always pushed that, like, favoring a player because they don't have contact. They don't have, they don't always have these blowout players. You get a few key guys across the league, and they let these guys shine a little more than they should because that's what people come to watch.
Yep.
You come for Kobe, you come for LeBron, you come for Giannis. So I think that they let these guys get away with more than the average other player. So to me, good seeing them suspended, but I think that's the league's MO, is how they push viewership onto people.
Yep.
Drew, what's your take?
Well, I'll tell you what. Giannis, to me, a little bit of a crybaby, right? And but I think Tim hit it right on the head. Basically, he's the guy that the league wants to put out there as a face of the league, and they're going to cater to that guy. So they're probably going to look at it, give him the benefit of the doubt. They're probably not going to try to suspend him for very long if they suspend him at all.
He got one game today.
It's just going to be the one game. Maybe he feels it. Maybe he just says, "What the heck." But this is,
Baby problems.
That's him right there.
That's Giannis.
He's gonna live
He's going to cry just like my 5-month-old. And you know what? He's going to get his way because he's the MVP and he's the face of the league.
It's one game. Like,
one game to me is weak,
You
too.
think he appeals it?
probably I wouldn't.
No, you don't, because then you're
No.
talking playoff suspension,
See,
right?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't. They would have it done.
Joe
They
Kelly.
would have
Joe
it
Kelly.
done.
Free
I was
Joe
gonna
Kelly
say.
got his reduced
So-
from 8 to 5.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
we knew was going to happen.
Oh,
we
of course,
mentioned
Joe
it.
Kelly.
course.
Free Joe Kelly. Hashtag.
Joe Kelly Fight Club, baby.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. So I feel like he'll just take it as a game. I feel like he got a
To be
gimme
honest with you, he
game.
probably wants it off anyways.
How many games are left anyway?
Oh,
like 2? Yeah.
2.
Yeah, I just feel like a game is nothing for a
really
headbutt.
nothing.
It was
Yeah.
definitely an intentional headbutt. To me, that's like a few games minimum. I don't know. You assaulted somebody
All right,
on
so-
the streets. You go to jail for that. You get more than a night in jail minimum. He's getting a game suspension. Oh, big deal.
So while we're on the topic here of Giannis, so the playoff matchups is set. Here's the bracket. So you've got the first seed Bucks taking on the 8th seed Magic. You've got the 2nd seed Raptors taking on the 7th seed Nets. You've got the 3rd seed Celtics playing the 6th seed 76ers, and the 4th seed Heat facing the 5th seed Pacers.
That's going to be a good series.
I think that goes
Pacers
7 games.
Heat,
I think it goes
that'll
7
be
games.
real good.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
You're probably looking at Bucks.
I low-key think that one of the Pacers especially could kind of give the Bucks a run for their money. I'm not saying they will win the series, but I'm saying that could go 6 or 7.
I think honestly the Heat would give them a better fight.
Yeah, I think
the Heat would give them a
either
better
team
fight.
I think could take them 6 or 7.
Yeah, because
really do.
listen, Jimmy Butler's a dog, and that would
that
honestly
man
be interesting to me.
That's one of the best defenders in the league
Yeah,
right there.
That would be awesome to see. The Heat and Bucks going at it. So again, I'd say Bucks, Heat in 7,
Did we
Celtics
lose Drew?
in 5,
We did.
Oh, we lost him.
and I would say probably the Raptors. Mm-hmm. So then you'd have the Bucks and the Heat, the Celtics and the Raptors.
okay.
But it's the NBA; things can change. You don't know.
No.
That's just my personal opinion.
And the West is still up in the air.
I think the
right?
West is still up in the air. So I'm trying to see.
Well, the Lakers locked up 1. We all know that.
I'm trying to see how many games are left. It's not showing me. So the only thing that's not finalized is that 4th, 5th seed. They're saying the Pacers could pass the Heat, but it's still going to be the same matchup
Doesn't matter.
regardless.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So outside of that, everything's already set. I'm just trying to see if they finalized the West. I don't think it was. Let's see.
Well, while you're doing that, guess what we'll do?
We're gonna hit
We'll
that
get this break out of the way,
on
baby.
time. All
Well,
right.
Drew, he's working on that. Might as well get it out the
We
way.
still have an open phone line, folks. Give us a call, 508-222-1320. I see y'all peeping at my watch party on Facebook here.
Hey,
Give us a
call
call.
in.
Let's chat. James Carlson, I see you there. Drew, Mike, come on. Give us a call, guys.
Call on in, 508-222-1320. We'll be back. Stay tuned. We are back, 7:30 on the dot. Another Wednesday evening here, MVP Sports Talk Radio, followed by myself, Ryan, and Tim in studio.
Yeah, buddy.
We'll try to get Drew back on the phone at some point here, but keep on rolling. Tim, you got anything new over there?
No, it's a mess.
No more breaking news?
No.
Yeah.
And the whole West is just a mess.
All right. I kind of want to get you guys.
So right now, the only thing I'm interested in is the Blazers, because Damian Lillard is single-handedly keeping them alive.
I will never.
So are they out of the? Are they
Lillard
out of the
went
picture right
No,
now?
no, they so
Well, no. Are they out of the eighth right now?
no.
Or are they in it?
Memphis lost to Boston,
They got crushed.
which the Blazers won on a 61-point effort from Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
So they jumped to the 8th seed right now.
Nice.
So if it ended today, Memphis is out, and the Blazers are in.
You hear all the trash talk going between like Lillard and Paul George and who's that? The third
Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it.
I mean, it's good
love
for
it.
the sport.
It is really good.
But
Damian Lillard may be my favorite player in the NBA right now.
Yeah, he's made me a lot of money this year.
I will still never forget that comeback that we had that
We
night.
had like a 5-team parlay.
He was in on, I think.
No, he wasn't.
I don't
It was
think
just
I
me,
was.
him, me, you, and Drew.
Yep.
Just,
So we had a 5-team parlay, and we hit on everything. I think it was like the Celtics win, Celtics over,
There's a couple things.
I
that
think it
came
was
down to
Celtics
them
Lakers.
winning.
Yeah, they came down to them, dude. Like, we turned on the game and we were like, oh man, like
They were down like 30.
what
I
the
think.
f, and they were down by like 30 points, and I was like, all right. I think we took the spread. No, we didn't. We
just took the straight.
we took the straight, and Damian Lillard comes down, he gets hot, he hits like 2 threes in a row, and all of a sudden ties the game, goes to overtime, and they win. I think we won like 100 and
It was like 140 bucks. something
140
like that,
bucks per
Nice.
person. So
which
it was
wasn't
nice.
bad. And we only went in like a couple bucks on
Yeah, I
it
think it was
too. I
like
wish we went
$5
in
bet.
more.
Yeah. So
But what's
Good
your
time.
take? Would you wanted opinion on something?
Yeah.
I don't want to miss that.
All right, because the Big Ten and the Pac-12 announced that they will not be having a football season this fall. They will be postponing it to the spring.
And then the ACC said they absolutely intend to play.
The ACC, the SEC, and the Big 12 still want to play, and they're still going through the CDC guidelines or incorporating safety protocols. Was it too soon to make that call?
I don't know
Do you
because
think they made? Do you think they made the right call long term?
Yes.
Or did they do it?
no, they made the right call.
Or were they a little premature?
No, I made the right call.
Okay.
what and getting out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on what their want is. So, I mean, these schools make a killing off games, no doubt about it. So, to me, if schools are willing to, not make money off the games, then that's a big step. That's a determination to the sport and the players, and not about the money. So, I respect the ones that still want to play. I mean, it's to each their own. If they think that they can't adapt and they can't handle it, and they don't want to risk, then
That's where I kind of.
it's a fun. I mean, I respect either way.
I'm confused now because does that mean they're going to? So if hypothetically speaking, if the SEC, ACC, Big 12 actually end up playing in the fall,
Yep.
and the Pac-12 and the Big 10 play in the spring, are they just going to have 2 separate national championships, or are they just going to do like their conference
I
championships?
think it'd probably just be conference.
No
championship.
natty,
Yeah.
just conference.
Probably,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. I don't see them doing a national.
That's a lot of
championship.
lost revenue for the NCAA too.
Oh yeah, huge.
A ton
Huge.
of lost revenue, especially
But
on the bowl games.
I think
they make. I'm pretty sure like about 65-70% of their revenue comes from the bowl
Here's the
games.
thing, though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You're not gonna have fans.
No,
You're not gonna have fans.
I mean, Cincinnati Reds just said today that they might start allowing fans into their stadium soon. So
The problem is,
Who knows?
here's the problem that's going to happen, right? You're going to get the MLB, who hasn't done well thus far. They're going to allow people in. People are going to get sick, and it's just going to screw it up more for the college teams that maybe could handle it right.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
But the problem is we have these national organizations that come out first, don't do it right, and it makes
Right.
it look bad for college and youth, and they panic. So the high school level, the college level, the little league level, they're all going to panic when the major leagues can't do it right. When in reality, some of these lower leagues could probably do it better because there's not as much
I really question
politics and
college.
crap involved.
I really question college because even if they go back to school, man, like people are like, oh yeah, their numbers are gonna inflate. Of course, they're gonna inflate. How many of those people do you think on a Friday night are gonna get together, pack into a basement of some frat house where it's a sweat box, and they're gonna be sitting there getting trashed? And it's going to be, spitting all over each other. Listen, we don't need to get into the details of college. Everyone pretty much understands
We
how
all
things
know.
go. Right.
Well, most are going to be remote, so I'm curious how.
But
it's
that's what
gonna
I'm
work
saying.
with
So if you're going to do that,
remote in school, if these kids
Yeah.
live in Alabama and they go to school in Miami, what
Yeah.
do they do for football? I don't know how that works.
yeah.
Or do they move them into dorms, isolated? Probably. Do
probably, yeah,
that. The whole thing's a mess.
they can do that.
It's still going to be rough.
Here's the problem: is the NCAA didn't get involved. They didn't set any kind of precedent. They let leagues and divisions and
They let the conferences.
they let
decide.
conferences do what they want to do.
Which the Pac-12 and the Big Ten, those states in particular, like Ohio, Michigan, California, obviously, Oregon, those West Coast states is definitely affected more, I think, than the South.
Yeah.
Obviously, so I don't.
Yeah, I'd say hit or miss.
The
I
problem is they need to be on a universal scale. Like that'd be like
Right.
The NFC and the AFC.
'Cause, I mean,
two different things.
I follow
Tennessee.
I follow Tennessee football more than any other team I ever follow, and they're in the gym, they're working out, they're on the field, they're always wearing masks.
Right.
Yeah.
They have a ton of safety protocols out there, and they're
all
they
this-
are acting like they're playing.
I think the problem
In a
is
few weeks.
I think the problem is some leagues or conferences can't afford to not get the revenue.
Right.
Big schools can afford it, and some of the smaller, schools that are going to opt out till spring because they want the revenue. Mm-hmm. It's just dangerous to me. If you have high school players playing in the fall, some high schools in the spring, scouting's going to be terrible, recruiting's going to be terrible. You're going to have kids getting injured in the spring, then they're not going to get scouted. So if you're playing at Attleboro High, you tear your ACL in April. Normally you would have tore it in December.
Right.
Your recovery time is now going to impact your summer workouts at a big school.
It's very true.
And that's an issue. That will cancel someone's scholarship.
It could.
Normally it wouldn't. Or sometimes it would be 50-50, but now you're recovering into the first year. I don't see you getting a scholarship.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that people don't think about, and again, something that the NCAA should have got involved in and didn't, and it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, well.
I wish we had Drew for a take.
Yeah.
I agree. So I'm watching last night. Nick would tell you at 4 o'clock, 4:30, whatever time it was in the morning. Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
First
Which
episode
one?
just came out.
Oh, yeah.
So the Chargers
right?
and the Rams. And watching the way that they're doing things, man, like it's pretty unique. But I mean, even as far as they're going, man, I still
You guys
have
watch it
doubts.
through HBO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have my doubts. I mean, the Rams, they built a whole weight room and like team, like meeting room like outside, and they've got like 2 locker rooms there at the facility that they're using, like the rookies and like the the guys on the practice squad. They're in like a little makeshift bathroom type area, and like the other guys are actually in the real legit locker room.
Right.
And they're getting tested every day, and they're wearing the mask and things like that. They're doing their Zoom meetings, and even the coaches. Like usually, I think the coaches would probably meet in a room like the size of this.
Sure.
Now they're in like an actual like ballroom that you would go into like a hotel room.
Yeah.
And they're all tables away from each other. Mm-hmm. And, McVay walks in, he's got his face shield on and things like that. So I mean, like they are taking the proper steps, but I mean, I just feel like honestly, like once things get hot, and once we start having a couple more tests, like, does the NFL shut things down? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's all something that everyone has to prepare for. And that's obviously going to have a negative effect, like Nick said.
Yeah.
If we have professional teams that can't do it right, we ain't going to have no one that can do it right.
Yeah, man.
Might be Drew. We're going to check. Call, you're on the air. Is this Drew?
Hey, no, this
Nope,
is not Drew.
Drew. Okay, I didn't know because I did see, I won't say what's on the phone thing, but I was like, I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, you didn't see the caller ID pop up? Come on, man.
I can't tell you what it popped up as. I
Oh.
won't put it over the air.
So who do we have? Who's on the air?
This is Mike, I
This
believe.
is Mike.
Oh, it's
first
my
time
boss.
on, boys. How you doing?
Oh,
Hey,
hey,
what's
going on?
buddy.
Hey, I'm not to change the script on you guys, but much like Ryan, I listened to the Bruins today in the car, and I was sick to my stomach listening to how awful Tuukka Rask is.
Thank you.
Ah, here we go.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Thank
Here
you.
we go.
It's playoffs, game 1. I had a lump in my throat the whole game, like I was going to throw
Here
up.
we
Because
go.
every time we put the puck in the net, they come right down. They just kind of pass the puck to Rask. He puts it in for them.
Ah, here we go. Here we go. Here we
All
go.
that money in that contract.
This
but that
guy.
has shown no
This
fire in
guy.
his sack. It's playoff hockey here.
This
it's time
guy.
to stack up. Get all that shit out of your head.
This guy.
Go crazy between the pipes.
Have you-
Instead, all he wants to do is slide around on his knees and be lackadaisical between the pipes. It's an embarrassment to his contract for what we're paying him.
Embarrassment to his contract. So who else is going to take you as far as Tuukka Rask is taking you? Who?
I would much rather see Halak in the net.
Halak won't take you to the Stanley Cup final. Buddy.
I don't think Tuukka does.
No
though.
way. He took him last year.
No. Hold on. This Tuukka Rask is not bringing
This
you to
Tuukka
Stanley Cup.
Rask?
No.
Did all right? Y'all watched the game, right?
Yeah. Did you see how
There is
slow
one-
he was from getting from
there
pole
is
to pole?
one goal
No.
there is one goal where I think Tuukka should have probably saved.
But here's the thing,
No.
too.
All the other
Here-
goals, I don't put on him.
Now, I don't fully dog Tuukka, but I don't think you can use last year because they got a gimme into the Stanley Cup Finals. Everything worked.
You
in their
see how
favor.
bad
they would have
Mrazek
been done
was
round
today?
1 if it happened.
I
the way
thought
it
that
should have.
Mrazek played a pretty good game.
He was awful.
I thought he played a pretty good game.
He is way too aggressive on his shifts from pole to pole, man. We got him 3 times
yeah, the
on.
problem is Tuukka's not aggressive enough.
I'm telling you.
Listen,
man.
there was okay. I believe it was either at the end of the third period or it was like in the middle of the first overtime period. Okay, there was a shot. It came to his right side, our left. If you're watching the ice, okay, it was a cross crease, and I forget who was there that just barely, man, got the puck out of the net. Like if he wasn't there, Tuukka would have never made the save, and it's all because he's too damn slow to slide in the crease. I'm telling you.
Me and Mike,
I watch it, dude, and every time, and Nick will tell you, every time, man, Tuukka Rask is in an overtime period with us, every time they come into our zone, I cringe because I never know what's going to happen.
Tuukka saved you
No.
on a good 6 or 7 shots
No.
in overtime 1 and 2.
No.
That
Nope.
he saved the game.
Did you ever look up the stats between Halak and Rask?
I know when we did last year, they were identical.
In the regular season, if you look, Tuukka Rask plays all the teams that are 500 or worse. Halak plays all the teams that are 500 or better. And that's how you get to the playoffs, is you utilize both goalies, but clearly Halak's the better goalie this season.
This
The only
season,
reason
not
why
this
they're where
season.
they're at.
Definitely not this year. Definitely not this
God.
season. But me and Mike were talking. Rask is a head case. It's all in his head.
He is a
He's
head
got the
case.
Yeah,
talent.
he's always been in
He's
his
got
head.
the talent. He's definitely talented.
think he
and
works
he's got the
hard.
potential.
It's always been
He's
in
a
his
head
head.
case.
There's a
He
reason
gets in his
why
own
he
head.
doesn't know if he's
It's
going to
all
resign.
mental.
There's a reason why he doesn't know if he's going to resign. He's always been a head case.
He's
I don't-
mental.
They don't know if he's sticking around because he doesn't know if he can
All I'm
be a
saying
goalie.
is he's not the sole. He is not the primary reason as to why we have struggled in the playoffs.
No,
Period.
I mean,
it is
there's
our
a-
defense.
No, you have guys like David
It is our
Krejci who
defense.
just seems to never show up in the
That
playoffs.
first, did you guys watch that first goal?
Yeah.
No,
I
I
watched the whole
didn't, I didn't
thing.
watch
So Carolina entered one man against 3 of our defenders, entered the zone, all alone. All 5.
No, that was a breakaway.
Yeah.
No, not the first goal. Look at the first goal that Carolina scored. to make it 1-0.
At the red line. He got past our defense at the red line.
Yeah, but no. There was one dude
that-
on the very first goal of the game.
The second he cleared at the red line. That
The
was a
very
shorthand
first goal of the
breakaway.
game, you have 3 Boston defenders in our own zone with one guy entering the zone. They're all watching the puck. As the rest of the Carolina offense comes into the zone, everyone's just watching the puck. Pass, 3 passes, and shoots into the net.
If you're watching them shoot the puck, this is playoff hockey. You need to slam them to the ice.
Yep.
It's the last gladiator sport. Let's kill somebody.
No.
It's for the cup.
Exactly.
You know, here's my thing.
They're
about
all
the Bruins
sitting
that
there
I
and
really-
watching the puck. Tuukka should have probably had the save.
Yeah.
But that he wouldn't have been put into that position if we were playing frickin' defense.
Everyone who plays the game of hockey knows the way you win is you pepper the goalie, man. You make him work, you get him tired, right? And it's put pucks on net. I watched too many times towards the end of the third in the first overtime period where they were trying to get too cute to get in front of the net. Spread your guys out, get Chara down in front of the net to screen, and fire pucks at him. You're sitting there trying to go into a zone where there's 3 guys, and I'm sitting there laughing like it's never going to work.
Don't even
and
get
that's
me
why
started.
you put yourself into situations where you get terrible breakaways, and that's why you get the 2-on-1s and the 3-on-2s and things like that. It's always been the way Boston loses hockey games. For some reason, they just can't figure it out. Every other team you watch, man, they sit there, they fire from the blue line, you know what I mean? They're dumping, and I
they put
don't
the shot on
get
net.
it. Put pucks on net.
We
Yes.
put pucks on the back of the boards and
Yep.
don't chase them.
Yep.
I'll never get that.
For years, Tim and I have.
Gretzky's office, and it's just how it works.
So
for years, Tim and I have criticized dump
I
and
can
chase.
kind of understand it in the overtime and double overtime. It's sudden death. You need to make sure your shifts are on point. Some players are going on long shifts. They get tired. Like you're going to see a lot of dump and chases in overtimes. It's just
Yeah,
the
the
way
problem
it
is
is.
it's not just overtime.
Yeah,
it's,
the problem
it's all
is
game.
that is
But-
a Bruin go-to
right.
strategy, and it has been for 35 years.
Right, but you
and
don't-
it worked for the first 10, but the last 25.
You're not the
it didn't
2011
work.
Bruins that can dump and chase and literally just bang people on the boards. You're not that
Yeah, because
physical
you don't have
team
that tough
anymore.
guy. You don't
You're
have
not that physical
you don't
team.
play physical.
Yeah,
Chara's
you
older.
don't have
Richie,
Lucic, you don't have
Richie has shown
Thornton.
it. Richie has shown that he can be that tough guy.
I think he's the most physical player we have.
The problem is your forwards are the most aggressive guys you have. The big hits today were by Marchand had a couple. A couple of the smaller guys, like Pasa had a good one, but none of the big hits were really
McAvoy.
defenders. Yeah, I mean McAvoy had a good one.
He
Chara
played his-
had one good one, but he hit the guy into Tuukka and took Tuukka down.
I was
that's
so
not that great
scared when
either.
McAvoy got sent into the locker room in the
Yeah.
middle of the third, dude.
Yeah.
I about crapped
Kill
myself.
somebody on the boards.
Yeah, you don't have any old school like leveling hits. I mean,
He's
I've
the
said for a
captain
while they
who's
need
as
big,
tall as the
scary guys.
stadium, and he doesn't hurt anybody.
Yep. And then you play a team like St. Louis, and we don't want to skate into the zone because we're going to get murdered.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the Bruins need. You need guys that you're not going to want to go near.
Yep.
There's no factor there.
Absolutely.
Then they get these breakaways because I'm not scared of these two little guys in front of the net. I'm going to deke around. I'm going to put it in the net. I'm not scared of these guys. But if it's St. Louis, you're not going into the zone. You're going to pass and play because you're not going to get murdered center ice. Not going to happen.
Hey, guys, well, thank you for taking my call. I'm going to go eat some dinner. Keep it up. The show's awesome. I'm a big fan.
Appreciate it. Thanks for calling in.
Go
Have a good night,
Tuca.
guys. Yeah, Dolly.
Yeehaw!
Take care. Yeah, so I don't know. I put a lot of fault on DeBrusque, too. I know I put it in our group chat, but, you know, some of these guys just don't get hot during playoffs, and I'll never understand it. I don't know if it's like the fan factor.
Well, I mean, our top line showed up today. That's promising.
Well, I mean, to be
Thank God.
fair, every line showed up. We had a goal on every line today, which is unheard of for the most part on our team. But, I mean, DeBrusque, looked great last year. I don't think anyone would argue that, but he looked terrible tonight. I didn't even know who that was.
So, in terms of all the money that we're paying Tuca, he's the 6th highest paid goalie right now. I think that's reasonable.
I mean, I don't think we, overpay them too much, but my problem is they're so similar. Why are we paying them both?
Well, so Halak doesn't really have that high of a what the heck? Okay, I guess I went to a site that was not good. Because I had all the contracts
say we
pulled up,
talk about here.
and then a virus popped up on my phone.
I get
I'm
that
like,
all the time.
Oh, wonderful.
I'll tell you what, we'll let you pull it up. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back in, and we'll talk some
Let's do that.
contracts and stuff.
Yeehaw.
All right, stick around. We're going to take a quick break. 508-222-1320. MVP Sports will be back. Welcome back, MVP Sports Talk Radio, another Wednesday night, 7:51 p.m. And before we get started, I will do my due diligence here on the air and give you a storm warning coming in around 10:27 p.m. this evening. Damaging winds that may knock down trees and branches, going to be affecting eastern Plymouth, northern Bristol, and western Plymouth.
Oh,
Those are
okay.
the counties.
That doesn't even affect us.
Not affected.
Yes, it does.
Not really.
Northern Bristol. Well, we have listeners all over, all right? We're a national brand.
Oh, we are. Yeah.
For the brand. Can we get shirts
Hey,
like
to
that?
be fair, we got people down
That's
in Texas.
true.
Okay, never know.
So going back to my thing, Tuukka Rask is the 6th highest paid goalie in the league. $7 million a year, right? Did I say 7? Yeah, $7 million a year. I think that's reasonable because he's gonna win the Vezina this year,
No.
more than likely.
No.
Who wins it?
Tampa.
Vasilevsky?
Yep. I think he gets it before Tuukka does. Oh, yeah. Look at the stats.
Dude.
You can't give it to
Vasilevsky's the
Tuukka.
2nd highest paid goalie in the league.
You can't give it to Tuukka.
9.5.
He plays way too many underpar teams, and he has comparable stats to his backup.
That
How
was
is he-
last
he's
year.
not a
That was
standout
last
goalie?
year. That was
This
last
year,
year.
too.
This year isn't the case.
Not as much, but he's not a standout
Not as
goalie. He's
much.
not the go-to guy. When you have a guy doing 1.5 times the amount of games played,
All right, so Tuukka's contract's up. Whatever. Okay, you're not going to pay him $7 million a year anymore. You're not.
he doesn't want to play anymore anyway, because he knows he's going down the drain.
So
And I'm not bashing
So who
Tuukka.
do you
I do
who do you bring
like
in?
Tuukka.
So who do you bring in? Halak's 37 years old. Halak is old.
Yeah, you're going to run him.
You
to the
can't
other guy.
rely on him.
They have.
Who do you have in the system? You really going to bring in somebody from Providence to take over
we
that
have
goalie
two
spot?
we have two good guys down there.
You think they're ready?
I don't know if they're ready.
bring 'em right in
I don't know
next
if they're
year.
ready, and they're going to have to probably pay somebody to come in for a year or two.
Rask is up. Do you bring in like a vet like Lundqvist? Lundqvist is up at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to bring
Rangers aren't
in
gonna
a
re-sign
guy
him.
to buy you time.
Yeah.
Have to.
The Rangers are not going to re-sign Lundqvist. They have some guy waiting in the wings. The Rangers have the first overall pick. They're going to take that guy out of Quebec, who's like an absolute stud, like the second coming of Connor McDavid. So do you bring in Lundqvist and pay him a little bit less?
Yeah, you're probably going to.
Or
You're going to bring somebody in because
I figure
we have good talent
Tuukka
in
versus
Providence,
Lundqvist.
but I wouldn't-
Whoever you can sign for less, take him. That's what I say.
And that's if Tuukka wants to come back. I don't think he does. He already said he doesn't think he's playing next year.
Oh, okay. Well,
He's said it multiple times. They don't know what's going on because, again, I think he knows that he's losing
he's a head
it.
case.
Yeah.
He is a head case. I like him, though. I
The
like him for
problem-
this team.
The problem, too, now that you're really going to get him out of the way is the politics and the sporting events. He's not going to deal with that. Like
That's
the
true.
Boston police hat. Like, you notice he didn't comment, right? He was just like, oh, it was an old video. Like, Marshawn came out and defended him. Other people came out and defended him, but he's like, I don't know if it's anxiety or what, but like, he doesn't want to get involved in crap. And the more crap you put in the league, the less he's going to want to be there. So I think going out strong, they got the President's Cup. They're going to probably make a decent run that I don't think they win this year, but they make a decent run for him to say, oh, we had 2 great years back to back. I'm out. I don't think anyone dogs him for it.
They still could make a run. Today was like a promising sign of what we can see from that top line.
No,
I'm not talking about Tuukka. I'm talking about the team.
I think overall the team looked good today. You had every line perform. I mean,
Tuukka didn't have his best game today,
realistically,
but he made us a couple of crucial stops, especially in overtime.
and
Watch overtime. I'm
realistically-
telling you to watch overtime.
I watched
And
overtime.
and see how many goals he saved.
I
in
wasn't
overtime.
impressed. I
But
nearly crapped my
here's
pants every
here's
time
the thing,
puck
though.
was in the
Here's
zone.
how many of those goals?
The Tuukka haters are
Hold
going
on.
to remain the
Hold
Tuukka
on.
haters.
Hold
They're going to
on.
be biased.
Hold
You
on.
have to. See
I'm not
this.
I like Tuukka.
You.
I like the guy. I've liked him. He'll tell you I liked him all year.
I'm not a Tuukka hater. Matter of fact, all right, like what? 2 years ago, I bought my girlfriend a Tuukka Rask jersey.
Yeah.
I wouldn't support bad habits. Okay,
I would.
I'm not an enabler, Ryan. All right, hear me out.
All right.
And what I'm saying is, how many of those saves
Hold
were
on,
you?
wait. Time out. What did you say?
Don't talk to me.
No. What did you say?
I'm not an enabler.
You're not okay. Really?
Wait.
Interesting.
Wait. Do we want to pause on the conversation?
I'm pretty sure I remember you multiple times driving me to Twin River back in the day.
I also remember multiple times
also-
him bringing in like 2 big USPS packages of signed memorabilia that you guys
That's
like
not
to
an
do.
enabler, man.
No,
That's
you're-
just,
Hey
You're
Ryan,
right.
take a look at some of these, buddy.
Hey, Tim.
that's just me.
Hey, I'm gonna go hit Rhode Island. You want to put some bets in?
That's just me trying to help out a fellow sports lover, you know?
Yeah. You're an enabler. You're part of the problem.
Hey, I
not
wasn't the one that
solution.
sat on the phone with Sportsbook for like 4 hours trying to get money into his account because it wouldn't work.
Oh God.
Yeah, because you had brought me there.
We went to breakfast.
Hey,
It
you-
just happened to be in Rhode
I'm
Island.
still having problems with Rhode
Yeah,
Island
true or false?
Sportsbook.
True or false? You brought me to Twin River to set up my account.
Ooh.
Actually, no, you didn't.
I did not.
You didn't. That's right. I did
I
it
didn't.
myself.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, but who got me in the
I'm not an
sports book?
enabler.
2020.
Drew. got
No,
us all
no,
into
no,
it.
no, 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 no.
Drew got us into it.
No. Who
Oh,
was like,
no, no,
let's
no,
just go to
no.
Rhode Island and put some bets in ourselves.
Yeah, but Drew got us into it.
Yeah, but you're at the end of the day, you enabled me the opportunity
Anyway,
to go.
we're getting far from my point.
Jake Allen.
What about him?
Jake Allen's a free agent next year too. He's the goalie for the Blues.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, Jake Allen.
No, he's not.
Jake Allen,
Maybe
goaltender,
he's one of the
St.
goalies.
Louis
He's
Blues.
not the good goalie.
Yeah, he is
No.
good. He's
50.
good.
50 was a good goalie over there. What was his name?
Oh, Christ.
Oh God.
Only thing I remember about them is
He was lights out.
Bennington.
Bennington.
Yeah, Bennington.
Bennington.
Yeah.
Bennington's a free agent
Yeah,
in
yeah,
2021 too.
Yeah, Chad Pennington.
They're
Yeah,
not
that
getting
guy.
him, though.
Bennington and Jake Allen are both free
I don't think
agents.
they're going to. They'll get Allen. They wouldn't get Bennington. But anyway, back to what I was saying. How many of those saves were you like, wow, that was awesome? Now, mind you, 6th best paid goalie in the league. You expect saves like that. So how many in your mind were like, whoa, we need to pay him more money?
Paying
Zero.
more money?
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm
Zero.
not saying
He's
I'm
doing
saying,
his job.
Okay, hold
I'm
on.
saying what
How
doing
many
his
did he
job.
make that you said, oh, damn, wow, he really earned that contract?
today?
Yeah.
I didn't watch all the game, but
Okay,
in
so,
overtime,
yeah.
probably about 4 or 5.
No. I don't think he even made 5 saves in
Yeah.
overtime.
They made good saves.
He made some good. He made some good saves
I
in
don't think he
overtime,
did.
but like,
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
I expect Halak to save those
Yeah.
at 37th best paid. You know what I mean? So like for me, if Halak doesn't save them, I'm pissed.
Maybe as a Bruins fan, I'm spoiled because of 2011 Tim Thomas.
Probably.
The way he played on his head.
Likely.
I don't think.
I don't know.
I think
though.
you put another average goalie in there. He
And
would've made the
Boston
same
puts
saves.
Tim Thomas on a pedestal, and that's literally the only good year he's ever had.
No, that's not fair to say.
I don't think that's fair to say.
That's not
either.
fair to say.
But my point is, the argument I will give in Tuca's favor is they killed him today, right? The 1-on-3 never should have happened.
Mm-hmm.
The shorthanded goal
The
never should have
shorthanded
happened.
goal, you can't put on him.
DeBrusque misses a cross crease. Perfect setup. He's out too wide.
Yep. I saw
Shouldn't
that.
have happened.
Yep.
DeBrusque misses a empty net, essentially, because he had half the net.
DeBrusque made up for it with that great pass to Krejci, and Krejci missed the open net in the third.
Yeah, but what
I
I'm
saw
saying,
that.
so you have 3 goals that should have been there, right? Any other team, like the Blues, those are goals.
Right.
Minimum 2 of the 3. The cross crease, whatever.
Tuca wasn't on his A game today.
The 2 empty nettings should have been in.
Tuca wasn't on his A game today. He made the saves that he needed to make. There was one of those 3 goals I do kind of put on him. But the other 2, like the breakaway, I mean, that's 50-50. You can't really necessarily put him on that.
in my
Pasternak guided that pass
in
and
my
saw it
mind-
coming from a mile away.
In my mind, shorthanded goals can't happen in playoffs.
No, absolutely not.
A team that only had 10 all year, you let have one game 1 of your series.
And you have like the Bruins had the best power play all
Yeah.
year too.
And it's
You can't allow that to happen.
Dismal. I mean, to me, it's crazy. The power play looked weak today. I did like how Tuca looked overall. I think he looked good in overtime. I'm not going to argue that. Normally, I'm petrified in overtime. I think he held up well, especially going into a double. And I think all 3 lines performing well looked good. So I'm not
Yep.
too worried.
3 out
but
of your 4
there's a
lines
lot of
scored today.
room for improvement. DeBrusque needs to show up, or they need to not put him out there, I think.
So DeBrusque was solid in those round robin games. He was very solid.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know.
Today was a different story.
Yeah, I
but
mean, if he has another game like that, then the problem with the Bruins, like, we don't change up guys. If guys aren't performing, move them around or get someone else in.
you need to keep DeBrusque and Krejci together.
Yeah,
I think they're great together.
I like Coyle on the power play. That
I love
change up,
Coyle, too.
I like him being on the power play.
Coyle's great on the faceoffs.
Yep.
He really is. But yeah, I just don't. The Bruins are just far too talented. Oh my God, they're such a better team than Carolina.
Yeah.
They're so much better on paper.
They're such a good team overall.
Yeah, they're a significantly good team, and the only if they can freaking just play their game and play like they've played all year long, like the only team that I see in the East giving you trouble is the Flyers right now.
And this was
Philadelphia is hot.
Yeah, and this was a worry. This was a worry that I did have was like the break really messing with it because the Bruins took a while to get going in the beginning.
I kind of like the round robin in that case. Like, sure, you get the 4th seed, you don't win a single game out of those top 3 teams. Whatever.
I like playing a more difficult team out of the gate anyway.
It's
honestly.
more of shaking off the rust more than anything.
And I think Carolina's a good team. I think they need a couple more years before they're a very good team. They've grown very far since, that I can think of the last few years. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good competition to go up against them first. Get them ready.
Absolutely.
Maybe it goes 6 games, but get them ready because if they play a gimme team, they're not going to warm up right.
Right.
So I'm with it.
But if everything plays out in the East the way it should with the seeds, you're going to face Philly in round 2.
Yeah.
That's your big test. That's your problem. That is your absolute problem. You get past Philly,
but it's like last year. Maybe like
in.
last year they have a saving grace and underdog, but I don't see it this year.
And then Tampa series would be real physical too. If you got to face Philly and then Tampa back to back in series, that you're in trouble. Mm-hmm. I think we can handle Washington. I think Holtby is just a
you can handle disaster. Washington. Yeah, I think
if y'all hate Tuukka, you would hate Holtby.
I think you can battle Tampa, but I think Philly's their issue. Always has been, always will be.
Yeah. So.
But with that, we got to take a top of the hour break. Tim just got all seated up, ready to go, and it's top of the hour break. Not a bad one, though. We minimized the top of the hour break as much as we could, and it's down to 2.5 minutes. So, hey.
Nice.
Not too bad. So,
yeah, buddy.
We'll be back in a couple minutes. Stick around. Yep. Call on in 508-222-1320. Welcome back, MVP Sports Talk Radio coming live at you at 8:05 this fine Wednesday evening.
Yeah, buddy.
Bruins.
Low key though, if we lose that game today, I think we lose that series.
Yeah,
I really do.
I think they needed that
just
win.
Based on everything that's going on.
Yeah, not winning any of the exhibition
the way this team's playing. Yeah, that was a huge win. Huge.
I'll be curious to see how everything goes. Not
and now
home.
They got to come back tomorrow night and play again. So, oh god, how about that 5 overtime game last night?
Crazy.
Okay. Once overtime started last night in that Lightning Blue Jackets game, how lackadaisical did the refs get in that game? Did you see that Hedman hold on the breakaway? That if that's not a penalty shot, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
that was abysmal. The Lightning got away with it. Yeah. I think the Lightning got away with that game. I really do. They stole it.
I mean, you have that, but I feel like there was a little bit of lackadaisy on both ways. There's a couple offsides that weren't called.
Well,
against
so
Tampa.
the Lightning had 2 opportunities on the power play in the 5 overtimes, and Columbus had none. It was just real lax. They were just kind of letting them play at that point.
Yeah, I feel like at that
It
point
was
too,
real
the
bad.
refs are like, I don't even want to
Yeah,
be out here.
it was
anymore.
really bad.
It was crazy though. I couldn't believe how many.
I didn't think that game was going to end. You
I didn't
could
either.
tell how gassed they were.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. If you thought the dump and chase was bad for the Bruins today, that 5 overtime game, it was nothing but dump and chase.
Yep.
It was exciting to watch, don't get me wrong, but that dude, who I can't even pronounce the guy's name from the Blue Jackets, that goalie that made 85 saves. 85 saves, and he loses.
Yeah,
Like-
I don't even think I show up the next
John
game.
Tortorella must have been ripping his hair out.
Oh God,
I don't
man.
even think I show up to the next game.
That's
Oh, sorry. Speaking of Bruins, I don't know if you saw Carolina head coach fined $25,000 for his post game talks about the refs today
oh really?
in Matt Call. Yeah,
Probably for when Mrazek tried to cover up and
Yep. Yeah, that was what it was about.
he covered up for less than a second and
Yeah,
he
he
thought
really
a whistle
dogged-
should have been blown.
yeah, he dogged
Shut
everything.
up, dude. I mean, but then it was even keel though. Like that, they score a goal there. Who scored that goal? Coyle? Was that Coyle? Coyle scores that goal, and then like what? A minute later, they have the breakaway.
Yeah.
So like it canceled each other out. So I don't know what he's complaining about.
Yeah, I mean,
Karma prevailed there for Carolina, if you really think of it that way.
yeah, and I like it's weird because he was fine once. God, now his name's leaving my mind. Once the Carolina goalie,
Mrazek.
once Mrazek started complaining and crying, then they're like, "Oh, what do you want to do?" They talked for a couple minutes, and they went over to him, and what do you want to do? And then he decided, "Oh, we're going to challenge." Like,
Yeah.
what was your MO? You weren't pissed at all at any point until you lost. You didn't argue with the call. You weren't pissed then, but then you reviewed it, lost, and gave them a power play, and now you're pissed. I don't know. And then,
Well, it doesn't
for
matter.
me, I get you're pissed at like the moment it happens, but
Yeah.
again, then they come back, score, tied up. The Bruins don't score in that power play, so nothing happens. But you got a shorthanded goal out of it. If anything, it benefited you more.
Yep.
And he still goes and complains and gets fined. You should just let it be.
Yeah, it's $25,000 to him though. No big deal.
What does he make? I don't know. I don't know. What
Coach,
he makes.
I mean, a few mil
Yeah, if $25,000 is a good amount of money. I don't know. Maybe it's just cheap intermediate.
pocket change for him.
But to you, that'd be like someone's. If you get
Oh,
a $10
Jesus.
parking ticket, you're pissed.
yeah, that's true.
So I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound like much, but maybe it's a car to go spoil one of his kids, or I don't know, whatever the case may be.
Who knows?
But it just seems stupid to get that big of a fine
That's true.
for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Game 2 tomorrow night, boys.
Game 2, and guess what? Break 2 of the hour.
Come on.
With that, we'll take a quick break, get it out of the way. You can't complain. The other one was way quicker than you thought it would
that's
be.
true. That's true. All right.
We'll get this break out of the way. We'll be smooth sailing for a little bit after that. So stick around. Booty Man. And we're back.
Yeah, buddy.
MVP Sports Talk Radio back at you. Tuning on in and maybe keeping a little Bruin talk alive. Tim, you got to take over there.
My buddy Alex, who's a Tampa fan. Unless Tampa goes into 5 overtimes again. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they'll probably lose game 2. They might lose game 2. Tampa would lose game 2. I think Tampa loses game 2.
I hope Tampa loses the series.
I hope so too.
You know how beautiful that would be?
That would be gorgeous.
2 years back to back of just
Of losing to Columbus. That'd be great.
Was it the second round last year too?
No, it was first round. They got swept.
That's right, because we played in the second round.
After a record-breaking regular season, they get swept in the first round.
We played the third round then.
Carolina.
No, we played them in the second round.
No, we played them in the third round in the final, the Eastern Conference final. We swept them.
So who did we play in the second round? Yeah, that makes
Columbus.
sense. All right,
Yep.
so who did we play in the first?
Toronto.
Toronto. Okay,
Went 7 games with them.
that's right.
Yep.
That's right. Man, 2 years back to back, getting stomped out by Columbus.
That'd be great.
Didn't
Tim's quiet.
it
I like
start
it.
the same way last year too?
Because he moves away, his
Yeah.
volume's up, down.
Didn't it start that way last year too? It was like an overtime game, and like they went to OT, and then Columbus ended up coming back in 7 games. Oh no, they swept them, didn't they?
They swept them.
That's right.
Columbus swept them last year. You hear that, Alex? You
Come
it-
on, Columbus.
Let's go, Blue Jackets.
What's the song they use there? Oh no, that's St. Louis.
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Gloria.
I sell one thing on freaking eBay, and it's like a hassle.
Oh, here we go.
Dude, I send it out. Sorry, now we're getting off topic, but we always have a couple moments. So I send the item out.
Be sure to visit MVP Autographs, folks.
Hey, peep it, MVP autographs, get whatever
Yep.
you need. Shout out to my
Ranging
boy
from-
Chris Anjo if you're listening.
Jerseys to footballs,
got a-
baseballs, basketballs, soccer balls.
I got a couple of signed photographs for a great deal that these guys
Photographs.
gave me, guys. Just a
I
heads
just
up.
got in a couple things today.
Helmets.
Yeah,
That
buddy.
Dalvin
jerseys.
Cook came in today. Looks nice. What else did I get in today? I got a Coyle. Beautiful shot of him scoring a goal signed. Came in today. Why can't I?
So you pretty much
Ham,
do like the
Hall of
memorabilia
Famer,
and stuff.
88.
You're on the jerseys, right?
Nah, I do everything.
No, we do everything.
You guys do everything?
Bro, you should see my room.
I might want to hit up a jersey or two here soon, pretty soon, depending on finances, because we're running into a little hiccup now.
You
but
let us know. We'll get it to you.
I'll let you know.
Little hiccup.
Little hiccup, little stuff.
COVID. COVID.
No, not
Uh-oh.
COVID, just girls getting ready to start up school again.
Oh, I thought you were
No.
gonna tell me there might be.
Not going to be able to work as much.
I thought you were telling me there might be one in the oven. A little
No,
empanada.
God, no. Hey.
That's what I thought you were getting into.
Stop that talk. You stop that talk.
Oh,
I don't like that kind of talk.
I don't know. You said we had a little hiccup.
No. Listen to Phyllis.
I love that kind of talk.
Listen to Phyllis, Tim. Listen to Phyllis.
Oh man.
don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I got a random thought, and it just popped into my head.
But empanadas.
No. What's y'all's favorite cut of steak? Because I'm
but I
torn.
hear back play.
Yeah, I
do
hear it
too.
every single
I
week,
do
and
too.
I've told you this
Almost every week.
And I'm glad now
Where's
that you
it
finally
coming
have heard
from?
it because it's
Where's
been
it coming from?
every single.
Jim, hey,
week.
hey, Jamer the gamer.
Do you remember like
Jim,
months
where's
ago,
this-
like years
Oh,
ago,
yeah.
and you guys are like, no, you guys are just hearing
No,
things.
I
I thought I was
agreed with
crazy.
you. I agreed with
I'm
you.
glad you now finally hear it.
I agreed with
It's
you.
been for years since we started the show. I've heard that.
I agreed with you.
It's
What
a
is
broadcast.
It is a broadcast. What
Yeah.
is it?
There's no high school sports. So what would they
Get
be doing?
Jim in here. Get Jim in here. Where's
Hold on,
he
wait,
at?
wait. Shh.
It's from us.
It's from us.
It's us. Dude, it's us.
It's us. That was just me.
I can kind of hear it clear as day. It's the delay.
Hold on.
It's the delay.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. We're hearing the delay.
Hold on, wait. Shh, hold on. Yeah,
Yeah, we're hearing the delay.
Yep.
That's weird. I
Oh.
don't like that.
So there must be a way we can turn down the delay, at least in our headset.
Yeah, we can ask.
There's got to be a volume.
There's got to be a way.
control
Dude,
or
I've
something.
sat here, like, you know how many times I said,
At least
Am I
that's like
crazy?
the best
You're
outcome.
not.
I mean, I guess it's better that the radio station isn't getting overran by another
Right.
station.
That's true.
But I'm sitting there like, am I crazy? Am I hearing things? And then when he's like, I don't hear nothing. Like, I know you heard it a couple times.
I think it depends on the headphones. though.
But he's
Like,
always been
these
like,
ones are
I
really
don't hear
loud. I can hear
nothing.
everything.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
So, yeah.
So what were you just talking
Favorite
about?
cut of steak.
Oh, this is a loaded question.
A loaded
This
question?
is a loaded
Ah, it
question.
depends on my mood, man.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Some I love
So-
I love tomahawk cuts. I love tomahawk cuts.
No, I mean like just a specific like
Yeah,
cut.
tomahawk's
Yeah.
cut. Or
Well,
I
out
mean,
of the tomahawk, what do you like? Because a tomahawk's a ribeye and a fillet, right?
yeah, I mean, I definitely go for
So,
the ribeye.
Yeah.
I love like good marbling. I love good.
I would
fat.
say
nothing better than biting into like that.
this
little
isn't
chunk of
in
fat.
this isn't in an order, but porterhouse, ribeye.
Porterhouse is like a. Is,
We get the strip and the fillet.
yeah.
That's so weird. He's heard
He's doing-
tomahawk.
he's doing
Yep,
something over there. It's all right. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with tomahawk, ribeye, or just ribeye in general.
'Cause, so-
The porterhouse and a good New York strip.
See, because I was a fillet guy for the longest time,
I think they're overrated.
and then I got into the ribeye, but I went to Texas Roadhouse last week, and I picked the steak. I picked the 24-ounce.
I
ribeye.
love picking it.
I picked the 24-ounce ribeye, and I was incredibly underwhelmed. Like, I did not like it. Well,
So-
no, it's not that I didn't like it. It was like, it's like a white guy cooked it, and, like no seasoning or anything. It was just like, bleh. It was bleh.
I feel like that's Roadhouse though in general.
Yeah, I feel that's Roadhouse in general.
No,
Yeah.
I've had ribeyes
Yeah.
there plenty of times where it's.
I've never had a seasoned steak
fantastic.
from Roadhouse.
Roadhouse, you go for authentic meat.
Yep.
Longhorn, you go to be soaked in seasoning and splicing, and because
See,
they don't
but
have
then-
great cuts.
But then the week prior, I got some fillets at Armando's on sale at I think it was $10.99 a pound, and I cooked those myself in an iron skillet and did like the garlic butter on
Call
it,
them tomorrow.
and got garlic butter on it, and oh my god, it was phenomenal.
So
It was just so tender.
I think the fillets are kind of hyped up because everyone's like, "Oh, it's tender." It's
To a
tender.
degree,
You
to a
can cut it
degree.
with a butter knife. I feel like if you get a good quality steak, and if you marinate it and cook it the right way, any steak should be able to be cut with a butter
yeah,
knife.
that's why I've
I've gone and I've gotten a London broil and I've
I love
marinated
London
it
broil.
and grilled it,
I
and
love
I've been able to
London
cut it
broil.
with a butter
It's
knife.
tough though.
I've never had
can
like
be tough.
I mean, I've had it be tough, but I've never had the issue where like I couldn't cut it or I thought that it was tough.
That's why I got into the flanks a lot, man.
One of the big
Or
things
the
is you have
skirts.
to.
Yeah,
skirt
I like
steaks?
skirts.
You've got to cut it on an angle. You can't like
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
like,
that's
what
what
I'm
I
saying
do.
is you can't just come in straight down.
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta
what I
go
do. That's
like
what I
that,
do.
and it's got to be real thin.
Yep, that's what I do.
And that's how you won't have a tough London broil.
It's yeah, but I like the flanks a lot too. But like that ribeye just like was entirely underwhelming. Oh man! And it just kind of flattened.
So
me,
let me
you know?
fire one back at you.
Okay,
Okay. Do you on the grill? I'm
Okay.
talking boneless here.
on a grill.
On a grill.
On a grill. Okay.
Barbecue
Much
chicken
different.
or some type of like I don't even know, like an Italian dressing chicken.
Are we talking like wings?
No, we're talking like boneless.
Like a chicken
Like
breast.
like a
chicken
breast?
breast,
yeah,
yeah.
grilled chicken breast.
Hmm.
Not like chopping it up, put it in a salad. You're
Yeah.
eating it whole.
Barbecue.
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 I like them both.
I like 'em both.
I like 'em both,
we'll
too,
Do,
but-
we do like when we do them on the grill. We do both. And
So I
like
can't
that
tell you
both.
my marinade, but it's got barbecue and Italian dressing in it.
I've gotten away.
I have to get the marinade.
I've
from
kind of
him.
shied.
I gave him a marinade.
I've shied
Stretch
away
rib.
from the breast a lot lately, and I've gone thighs. Thighs is my favorite cut of chicken.
Yeah.
I love
thighs.
I love chicken like quarter. I love off the bone. Off the bone is way better. Juicy.
Yeah. Yeah, I eat the,
That's fair.
we have the skin and everything on the thighs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you
Oh, yeah.
gotta do it,
I
man.
love it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love it.
Yeah.
I always rip the skin off, put it aside, eat the chicken, and then I eat the skin last.
That's what I do.
Or I keep the skin on it,
No,
and
no,
then
no.
once I take it off the grill, then you take the.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying. No, he's eating raw skin.
okay. I thght you meant
No,
take the
no,
skin
no.
off
Like when I go to
and
eat
then
the
grill
final
it, and then-
product,
okay.
I pull the whole
That's what I
skin
do.
off,
That's what I do.
eat all the
Yeah.
chicken, then I eat that
Yeah.
skin last. It's the
Okay,
best
okay,
part.
okay.
Nice and salty.
Yeah, best part.
Okay. Yeah.
But I buy
Clogs your arteries, you know.
But then I grill.
well, I buy an injector, so I inject the marinade into the chicken under the skin first
Okay,
before I
yeah,
put it
yeah.
on. And it's like the best of both worlds.
Yep. That's the way to do it.
Same thing I do with the steak tips sometimes.
See, but then like pre-pandemic, I went to the bachelor party in Tennessee in Gatlinburg, and we the first night we were there, we had like 10 ribeyes that we grilled, and those were phenomenal.
it depends
those
on
were
the
the
cut.
best.
It depends
Yeah.
on the cut. The problem is like, I mean, you haven't probably worked in like restaurants too much, but like.
I
Like
was a bar
I
back.
can pretty much.
I was a bar
well, I
back
mean,
for a
like
year.
cooking wise, like I can look at something
Yeah.
and tell if it's going to be a good grill or not. Like steak tips, I'm
Yeah.
very picky because that's why people are like, where do you buy them from?
I like
I'm like
the-
everywhere. I'll go into somewhere and be like, I
The
don't like
steak
how they
tips
look.
at Barrett's I like a lot.
Yeah, they're not,
I like
they're
the
not bad. I
waterfront. They're
didn't
really
mind
good.
those.
And their mashed potatoes were good too.
Yeah.
I love them.
I had those. They're a little pricey, but I didn't mind them.
A little bit.
It's always hard for me to pay $19 for steak tips because I can
That's
make
true.
them like
Yeah.
any day of the week,
Yeah.
and I think my marinade is better than most steak I order out on. So
I I did the Pepsi marinade. I put
telling
Pepsi
you,
in the
man.
marinade this week. It was
Whoa.
golden.
Whoa,
I don't mind the Pepsi
whoa.
over there. I've said that before on there. I
Whoa.
think that's the key.
It's a base, yeah.
Slow it
That's
down.
the key. It just
There's
breaks
levels
down.
to this.
Oh, I know.
There's levels.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I used the Pepsi. It was good.
Breaks on down.
It really does. Made it a lot more tender too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
it does.
my
Yeah,
God.
Significantly more.
it's the acid in the soda.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's all the
That was good.
carbonation, the acid, and then I'll shake it up and I'll pour in like
Mm-hmm.
pure foam in the middle of the night. Stir it up good.
You ever
Oh,
use
man.
Mountain Dew?
No.
I use
I don't think I
Mountain
would.
Dew.
I would use Mountain Dew for chicken. I would
For
try
chicken,
it for
yeah.
chicken.
For chicken.
I would
I've
definitely
used
try
Mountain
it for
Dew
chicken.
for something. I did 7-Up the other day with steak tips. But it was a
Okay.
cherry 7-Up. I did cherry steak tips. They were all right.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah.
A lot of the cherry like didn't come through, but
Right.
when I had opened it in the middle of the night, I was like, "This is too much cherries. I'm gonna eat
Yeah.
candy."
No.
So I don't know. But the turkey tips I did came out phenomenal. So
I like Caesar on chicken too.
Like Caesar dressing?
Creamy Caesar.
Wow.
And then you grill it.
That's a good one. I've been a big fan. I've just been using so much. I've been making garlic butter so much lately.
There's also
using
a
that.
good, I mean, you can get it anywhere, but the Lowry's garlic
Yeah?
and lemon,
Mm-hmm.
that's good for chicken.
I used to use that a lot too.
That with a little bit of lemon garlic.
I like a lot of the Lowry seasonings.
Yeah. Their steakhouse is really good too.
Almost every marinade I use though has Italian dressing in it though.
Oh yeah.
Everything. Almost everything.
Maybe I'll share the recipe I use with you.
All right.
Maybe.
We'll keep
I'll
it
think
off the
about
air.
it.
We'll keep it
Yo,
off the
it's
air.
definitely coming
Most
off
of
the air.
90% of mine
Mhm.
have Italian in it.
It's definitely coming
Or
off.
I'll either use Italian or make my own vinaigrette and use that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that. I vibe with that.
That's fair.
Yeah, man.
But I gotta call Armando's now tomorrow and see what they have for steak tip price.
Mm-hmm. I would look at it. I don't know if they'll. I don't know if they have. They do. I think they trim it.
I cut my own. I trim my own.
Yeah, okay.
Even if it's pre-trimmed. Like
Yeah.
I said, I think last week or 2 weeks. Yeah, it was last week. The art of butchering is gone.
Yeah, it is
for the
gone.
most part. You
Mhm.
have a few
in the
here.
United States at least.
Especially, it's
Yeah.
it's still prominent in Europe. It's kind of even fading in Europe, but here it's very, very fine line of where you go. You know, a few spots, like, Charlie is pretty good because
Yeah.
you could bring in like a full deer and they'll trim it and everything, do the
Yeah.
whole 9 to it. So, they do well over there for the most part, but I always just trim a little off because you get that like cartilage / fat, like the really hard chew. I don't want that. Like, I like fat,
Right.
but I don't want like just gross amount of fat on a steak tip.
Yeah. No, you can't. Not on
So-
steak tips.
Yeah. And I think that is a good part of why like my steak usually comes out good. I try to find the best steak I can and I usually, cut it well. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
Well, out of curiosity, at the barbecue, you cooked it in tips. You grilled it in tips. Out of curiosity, why don't you just cook it in the whole slab and then cut it after?
If when you cut it, so they're like when you're actually cutting it, you break down the muscle fiber right away.
Mm-hmm.
So that's at its best point.
Right.
So to marinate it right there and then is its best point. I cut
Okay.
it and it goes right into the marinade.
Okay.
So it's already absorbing a ton of the marinade.
Right.
By the time I check it in the middle of the night, the marinade level's gone down to where I'll be able to add more of whatever, like the soda or whatever I add.
Guess it kind of depends on how long you're going to marinate it.
And then you get the
because I like to
Snapchat.
use the whole slab and marinate the whole
But I always
slab.
feel like it's the middle I don't have flavor. I feel like it's more like, eating like a ribeye or something. Like I feel like when you do the long strip, there's a lot less flavor.
When I do the long strip though, I can control how I cook it though. Like I can make it a perfect medium rare. Whereas like the tips,
tips will be
the
hard.
tips you can't really.
But
do that.
I mean, there's so much flavor and they're so like tender as it is, and
Right.
it doesn't matter the cook.
yeah,
I've always said with tips, you're never gonna be able to get it to that perfect temp.
Yeah.
You're never going to.
Unless you have
Yeah.
a full strip.
yeah.
Unless you
That's
cook it all together first.
That's
and then cut
usually how I do it.
it. So. People are like, oh yeah, like I only like medium rare. Like I like medium rare on like solid steaks.
Mm-hmm.
If I can control it on tips, fine. But if I go to a party like and the tips are like well done, I don't care.
Right. Yeah.
As
No,
long as
Sometimes,
I don't
sometimes I'm
necessarily-
like,
yeah.
oh, these are like dead.
yeah, they can't be dead.
With my
Right.
with me though, the way I cook it, I mean, I've cooked, steak and turkey tips for a while, a couple of years. I cooked them at a restaurant I worked
You
at.
touch it, they bounce. They're done. They're not done. If they don't bounce, they're done.
Yeah, I mean, I always just I try to rearrange the bigger ones to the middle, thinner ones to the outsides.
Right.
And then, I'll rotate them all as I see fit based on, the charring and the coloring. And then I'll just pile them all together. At that point, you're just working them together. And it's not really overkilling any of them.
Right.
And then it's right off the grill right away.
Yeah.
They usually come out perfect every time.
Yeah.
So
Yours did.
Yeah.
Yours absolutely did, yeah.
But, I mean, for someone else, you could kill them, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, without a doubt, but...
You know what really aggravates me? And Nick's going to laugh.
You know what really grinds my gears? I say it all the time.
I've been to a few parties, and I'm not going to say names, but if they hear it, they're going to know what I'm talking about. And I've also watched a few shows, right? And it's more dominant with a certain amount of people.
Okay.
And I especially watched it last night at Hard Knocks, and it irked me, dude.
Uh-oh.
When people take barbecue chicken, and they cook it, and they cook it, and they cook it, and they cook it until it's like black. And then they come back with the sauce and go back over it.
To where the chicken's like literally black?
No, but
have you ever had blackened chicken?
I have.
Okay.
But I'm talking like the chicken is like well done. And I've even been like
totally dry.
Yeah, like I've even been like, what are you doing? Like you're killing it. Oh, I want to make sure it's done. Like your chicken's done. You can take it off the grill now. You get to the point where like you want to throw it away.
That's why when I cook,
you could probably throw that piece of chicken through a window and it'll break.
No, I'm talking all right. So Anthony Lynn is sitting at his grill, right, and he's cooking this chicken.
He put in he used the name.
No, but Anthony Lynn's the Chargers coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So he's at his grill and he's cooking up all his food, and he's got this grilled chicken. They were like wings, but they're the bigger pieces. The drumsticks.
Yeah,
thank you.
Drums.
So drums.
Yeah, drums. So he's got drums and thighs.
Drums are a pain to grill at times. I will say that.
Drums are really a pain.
I have battled with them sometimes.
So he's cooking them, and dude, like the color of the phone case.
Oh dear God!
I'm like, what are you doing?
With that black?
Oh yeah, and then he's just coating it and coating it and coating it and coating it and coating it, and you're seeing all the char on it, and I'm like, dude, that's not like.
Then he turns his grill on the next time and it's on fire and he's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Dude, barbecue sauce.
Oh my God. It's almost like me at the cookout. What's going on?
What's going on here?
I think we controlled that pretty good though.
Yeah, we did.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. There's just a lot of grease built up on the bottom there. Yeah. That's all.
That's all it was. Other people in the house don't know how to cook.
In fact.
Yeah.
Not to throw shade. They don't listen anyway.
Let me dump the bag out.
So
all the sauce dripping through on the tray and not even clean it.
Literally just emptied out your mom's salt shaker too.
Yeah. It's just all right. It's all right.
Salt's a blessing though on that.
Yeah, it is.
I actually just thought of something the other day too that I'm gonna start doing is saving the marinade and boiling it. We used to do that a lot and
boiling it, yeah.
I never I stopped doing that for whatever reason. And with steak tips not so much, but we always did it with turkey tips because, it's just a good glaze at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So we would put them on the grill, cook them, obviously, marinated, and then dump the glaze over the top, roll them real quick, fast, and off. Boom. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start doing that again.
That's nice. The only thing I want to do with, the Pepsi-based marinades, I want to make it thicker. It was I think it was a little runny for me.
So, it
was still really good.
So
I marinated it for a day.
So, there's a couple things you could do there. You can run it in Pepsi Solo and then take it out and dump it in a pre-ready-to-go marinade because it's broken down.
Yeah. But the Pepsi just adds a lot of good flavor to it, too.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's hard. It'll thicken once you boil it. Mm-hmm. Once you boil it, it'll thicken. A lot of the sugar burns off. It'll thicken right up.
Right.
But I don't know. I mostly do a marinade for the
I'll
absorption.
Yeah.
So, but with that, we'll take a quick break.
Another break. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. We're cruising.
Cruising
through right now.
Cruising through.
Buddy. Where's everybody at? Yo, Mike, come back on here, bro.
He's had enough.
Where Drew at?
No, he can't handle it. Yeah, I miss Drew. Where's
Drew
he
at?
I was hoping to hear some banter about Tuukka Rask from him, and just
I don't know. I feel like he had some goodness, and then he couldn't. I don't know what happened. Anyway, take this quick break. We'll be back. 508-222-1320. We're back. MVP
Yeehaw.
Sports Talk Radio.
-1.
Yeah, Tim had to take off real quick, which he did
Tim
tell
gone.
me, and I forgot getting caught in the
Okay.
banter.
Yep.
So
Because our good old friend Governor Baker closes gyms at 10 o'clock now. He's going to the gym.
yeah,
Get on that weight loss game.
I can't knock the healthiness.
Nope, you can't.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's crazy to me that they close the gyms I get it partially like making it staffed hours, but they have like a cleaning crew. So it's technically staff.
I feel like nobody knows what to do anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Because like
whatever.
the gyms, we go to the same gym now. He just
Mm-hmm.
started coming to the gym I go to, and they're great. I mean, every time I go there,
What gym?
Answers Fitness.
Okay.
Actually, I know one of the owners or like the GM of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're great. Every time you ask them to do anything, so like, oh hey, could you clean the sauna? It's a little weird.
Yeah.
They will, like whatever it is.
They have a sauna.
Yeah, sauna. They
I've
have
been
a
looking for saunas, man.
sauna,
I need a sauna.
steam room.
I need a sauna.
Steam room's nice too.
I love
Steam room
saunas.
makes me feel so much better.
Sauna's like
Sometimes
just
I'll go there
really-
just for the steam room
It's
if I'm
really-
feeling like.
It's super
Yeah.
healthy for you to go to a sauna too.
Yep. Both of them, sauna and a
Mhm.
steam room,
Yep.
man. Steam room, you breathe out all the bad.
I like the dry
all the
heat
bad
though.
stuff.
I don't like the humidity
wet,
of the
yeah.
steam. Yeah. I like the dry.
Sometimes I'll
That's
feel a
all right,
little
though.
stuffy after I leave the steam room.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they got everything there. It's nice. But yeah, so like they always have a cleaning crew there. When I'm there, I'll go like weird times, especially when I used to work like late.
Mm-hmm.
You go like midnight or 1 or whatever the time may be.
Yep.
There's a cleaning crew there
Okay.
always.
Nice.
So I mean, like it's weird that they have to like close down, not being 24, but.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever. At least
That's what
they
it
added
is.
stat. I mean, it's more costly for them because they used to go to like 24. They used to be like key card only after like 7, but now they have to have someone there to 10. So,
That's true.
and I don't hear the back play now. By the way.
Not anymore.
So I
we're
wonder if
good.
it's something
Way
with
to
that
go,
mic.
Jim. Way to go, Jim. Atta boy.
I don't know if he fixed it or if it's just something to do with the certain mics.
because I can't hear it.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't know if it's something to do with just like maybe
I'm
that.
curious
mic
what
running.
causes that. Or what
I don't
causes
know.
the?
He said he didn't
it doesn't
know.
matter.
We'll
Well.
see. He's typing.
Big UFC fight on Saturday.
Yeah, so actually he had mentioned too thoughts on the Tyson fight. Thoughts on
Well,
the
no, that
Tyson
got
fight,
postponed.
and I
They
didn't see
they
that.
postponed Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. They postponed it.
to when? I didn't
I
even
don't know.
see that.
They haven't
yet.
announced it yet. All I know, I
Really?
saw it. I think it was like Sports Bible that I saw it on. They postponed it. But I won't be able to watch the Stipe Cormier fight. I'll be in Brockton on Saturday.
I don't even know. Like I just hate Cormier fights.
Although
Truthfully
if I
speaking.
get out, I could probably torrent it from somewhere. I might be able to get home in time for the main event by midnight. Aunt's having a barbecue, so I'll be in Brockton. But 253? UFC 253 we'll do at my house because you got Adesanya and Costa,
Yeah.
and then you have Covington and Woodley. On
Is O'Malley? No, O'Malley's 252.
I can't.
No,
wait to
O'Malley's
watch it.
254.
It's 252. O'Malley's fighting on Saturday.
So who's 4?
254 is
I had it up too.
Gaethje and Khabib.
No. Oh no, 254. Wait, I don't know what's happening now.
Yeah,
This says 254 happened, but this is
No.
listing 254 as Derek Lewis and Olenek.
again.
No. It shows like all the decisions.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if this Google's just messed up.
I think it is.
Yeah, because you got O'Malley, Vera, Dos Santos. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's Khabib Gaethje. I just don't know who else is on that card.
It's a good card.
253 is a good card too. The Adesanya and Costa both undefeated, and then you have Woodley and Covington. That's a good one. I think Covington will beat him though.
Yeah, and of course, there's already like I don't think Khabib will back out, but there's already like issues with getting him here to train and all that. So I'll be curious to see how that goes.
Well, are they going to have that on Fight Island or at the Apex?
I don't know because the thing said about. I think they wanted him. The problem was they wanted him to train in America, so they
Oh.
can sanction him at training. But he wouldn't. He said he has to train in Russia. He can't
Yeah, that's fine.
come train
I
here.
don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I don't really either. But
As
I
long
guess-
as you can get him here.
yeah, as long as he doesn't have a reason to back out.
That's true.
That's the fight I'm looking forward to. I don't really like. I'm not big on Cormier fights.
I mean, the fact that it's Stipe and Cormier 3, and both of those fights were fun to watch.
Yeah.
I think. And Cormier lost a crap ton of weight for this fight.
Yeah.
That's what I'm concerned about. Why such the significant weight cut? Did he feel slow?
Yeah, because I feel like
I think he got tired. He got tired in that second
he
fight.
got gassed, and I think
Yeah.
I think even going back to
Because they were throwing shots at each other.
yeah,
in that second
even
fight.
going back to the Derek Lewis fight, he didn't look great. And Derek Lewis, everybody knows, is no gas tank whatsoever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Kind
So
of like Ngannou.
and I think him looking arguably just as bad as Lewis probably woke him up. It looked like, I mean, I'm fat. I can say it looked like two fat guys.
Regardless.
two fat guys fighting outside a bar. It was very slow mo, like very low key. It wasn't like a Roy Jones. You know what I mean? It was not like a quick heavy hitter fight. It was like a slow mo, both gassed, both breathing on each other. Like just it kind of looked embarrassing. So I think he probably took that into consideration, tuned up.
Regardless, I
Because
think
he's been thinner in the past. He's been up and down.
sort of.
He's
always been heavy though.
He's always been heavy, yeah. But early years, he was more trimmed and just a bit quicker. He's kind of just, I feel like it comes with the title and it comes with the record of like, you know, you can kind of skate through a little bit, just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
You know, he got big into, you know, being like a broadcaster, like big into being like a voice. You know,
Him
what I mean?
and Rogan are phenomenal together.
Yeah, I like
love
him and Rogan.
They're
But
great.
I think getting big into that and like kind of building the TV persona,
yeah,
you know, you don't really focus on trimming down, staying tiny and quick, and you know.
sure.
So for me, I feel like it's a little bit of both.
Regardless, I think this is his last fight. I think he's done after this.
Yeah,
Unless John Jones steps up to heavyweight, he might face him again.
he might, but I don't know.
I see this being his last
it's
fight.
tough though because Cormier won't want to go out like that.
I mean, if Stipe wins this fight, it sets up for Stipe John Jones. It does.
Yeah.
That's your ticket.
Yep.
That's your big fight there.
Yep.
And
That's his out.
GSP's been talking about coming back, and
It's tough.
I don't know about
you gotta
that.
stop bringing back guys. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Do it on the side.
GSP's another breed, though. If you get GSP to come back, if Adesanya ends up beating Costa, and GSP sees that,
Look,
Adesanya and GSP would be real good.
to
that
an
would be
extent,
another super fight that
it's
they
just
could
tough
promote.
because I've been a GSP fan all my life, so it's tough to say like don't come back, but to an extent, like you'll go like Aldo. Now Aldo looks very good. That last fight he looked great, but I feel like it's just the game's changing so much. You know what I mean? If you were to put certain guys in the league now, where does a Chuck Liddell fit in right now? Where does a Frank Mir fit in right now? Like, there's a lot of guys that I just don't feel like they fit in with how it's kind of getting now.
GSP still would fit in. He's still that wrestler.
I just like for me,
and he hit Bisping a lot in that middleweight title fight.
Yeah, but for me, like let the sport go on.
Yeah,
like very seldom does boxing.
Because he's only like 35. So he's still like kind of.
I feel like
your guys like Anderson Silva needs to hang it up.
Yeah, but I feel like this is like the secondary take at wrestling, right? So you have like all the banter back and forth. You really sell the show, which I don't disagree with, right? The Conor McGregor stuff, at the end of the day, when UFC was first bought, they were failing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Absolutely.
They got saved. And not to say that they're going to fail by any means ever again, but you got to keep it interesting. You got to keep people in tune. There's a lot of sports out there. There's a lot of big boxing, getting revived a little bit out there. So for me, like, let the younger generation come in. I really want them to bring back, oh my God, why is it leaving me now? We were just talking about it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, finally, I got Brian Norris in here. He'll back me on Tuca. Get some support in here.
Might be an hour later, but he'll back me.
He's a little late, but get some
Ultimate
support on
Fighter.
Tuca.
Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah,
right. It was leaving my head for a minute. So I feel like bringing back Ultimate Fighter, tuning it up a bit, letting the newer class get involved.
I mean, they still have a show like that, don't they?
Yeah, but it's nothing like it was.
Yeah.
And the Ultimate Fighter was good. The problem with the Ultimate Fighter
what
is
made the Ultimate Fighter was the coaches.
Yes, but here's the problem with the Ultimate Fighter too, though. It's you had so many new school guys trying to come in, and you had very old school coaches. So when you had BJ Penn, he didn't mend with certain fighters.
Right.
The Asian dude that he kicked off his team oh, he's not listening to me because you're trying to teach the guy your fight style when he has his own rhythm that he wants to learn.
Right.
Like, granted, he can get technique from you, but when you try to change a guy's entire career of fighting, it's not going to work.
That's true.
So, like, they weren't open enough in the beginning to allow in new school guys. And that's what they need to embrace. Like, I don't mind a few fights, like, bringing out the old guy, like, McGregor retiring, coming back, retiring, coming back. That needs to stop, right? Bringing back a bunch of old guys needs to stop. You know, let these guys retire. Like, Aldo's a great guy, great fighter, been around for a while. Nothing bad to say about him, but, like, leave that spot for the younger competitor, right?
The last good Ultimate Fighter was when Uriah Hall was coming up, and he did that, like, that spinning kick knockout.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Uriah Hall is 36.
That's what I mean.
He's that old?
Yeah.
Good
He
Lord.
was late 20s on that season though.
Oh, because he was set to face Yoel Romero, and Romero backed out.
Yeah.
Dang it.
But yeah, so for me, I don't know. It's just tough. Like let in the new school, allow guys to kind of like showcase. I feel like when you bring back a big name, it just takes away. Like whenever McGregor steps back in, he doesn't fight back through the division. He just gets a fight. Mm-hmm. And I get like the UFC wants money, but like stop giving them fights. Like I like the Friday night fights they're doing now. That's like I love it. I love essentially having like mini cards.
I like them, and they're really good cards.
They're good cards,
like
too.
this Uriah Hall fight was. It's on the Frankie Edgar card.
But it goes to show, like, if they weren't doing this, how many of these fighters fall through the cracks?
Right.
And like UFC fighters, they don't get paid. Like,
and ESPN makes a good bit of money on having these little fights on ESPN Plus.
And most people don't know, like, UFC fighters make dog crap or
They
money.
do make crap.
If they're not a big pay-per-view card, they don't make crap. So like when you have
But
McGregor,
one fight is usually a good payday for him.
yeah,
It's 5 figures.
a
Typically for like
big
a
card,
normal-
yeah. But you got guys that don't get a big card. So
Right.
you get a guy like Cerrone who fights
And
30
then you
times.
you get
30
bonuses.
times a
you
year.
you get win bonuses, knockout bonuses,
Yeah.
submission, stuff like that.
No, I mean
So-
they get paid. Like McGregor gets paid. Guys that like Cerrone got paid when he fought him.
Oh, God, yeah.
Diaz got paid. Everyone knows that. But like the problem I have is Diaz, right? So fail a drug test, comes in, fights McGregor, disappears, comes in, fights McGregor. Granted, he had a couple other fights that they got him into, but like before McGregor, he was basically out of the league.
Well, him and his brother were both just.
It kills me too. His brother's a better fighter. I wish he'd let Nick come back. His brother's
What's up with him?
30 times better
He's a
fighter.
head case.
He's
Nick's a
a
head
head case.
case.
But it's the drugs. They don't want him. They won't let him smoke weed.
Marijuana. That's all
They won't let him smoke it.
I don't know why.
I know. It's got something to do with Vegas, though. It's a licensing.
Has to do.
It's a national thing. Insurance too. But no. So I mean, I don't know. Like it just kills me when they take away from smaller fighters, and like you don't allow them to advertise them as shorts anymore. So that's money out of their
Right.
pockets. So guys deserve fights. They don't give it to them because they got bigger money fights. So I do enjoy the Friday night fights. I'm glad they brought them in, but
I do too.
there's a few things the sport could do. So it's hard to get excited for like a Cormier fight again. No, I just want different. Something
They
different.
have to have that third fight. They have to
No,
have
yeah,
the
you
grudge
give them the
match.
third fight. They put on a show, so I can't argue with that. But
It's an okay.
it's like
card.
the Aldo bring back where it's like you got a guy that's ranked 6 fighting a guy that's ranked 1st or 2nd when it should be a 3rd or 4th rank.
Yeah, this is a fight that I can afford to miss.
Yeah.
And I can just watch it on
Watch
ESPN
it
Plus after the fact.
Yep.
And then 253 and 254 is what I'm hyped about.
That's the problem though. Is
I'm
like
real
the fights
hyped
you can
about
afford
those.
to miss should be discounted or they got to find the fine line of what's a
'cause I
good
paid-
card.
Because yes, when I bought the Masvidal fight, Masvidal and Usman, when I bought that fight, you had to purchase ESPN Plus
Yeah.
too, and it was like $85.
It's not
So
bad
I
though
did
because you
that,
save on the fight every
But
time.
even the pay-per-views are still $60, like $65 a piece.
Yeah,
even
it
even
saves
with
though. 'Cause
ESPN
it used
Plus.
to be what 70 or 20. You save like every fight, so it does work out in the long run if you're a devoted buyer, but not if you're not.
Right.
Like my buddy bought him at his cookout that he had for my
Yeah.
other buddy going away to Vegas.
Uh-huh.
So he was like, "Oh, I'll buy it just because I know you're gonna miss the fights." So.
Yeah.
But like for him, he got burned because it's $140 and he's not gonna buy any more fights.
Right. So I'll just, but 253 and 254, I'll probably end up buying.
Yeah,
Probably.
254, 100%.
Yeah, we'll have y'all come over.
I'm excited
We'll do
about that. Can't wait.
Yeah.
No one better back out.
True. God, fingers crossed. Khabib backed out like 5 times against Tony, so
Yeah,
you never know.
it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break, final break before the end of the show. We're coming up on the last 10 minutes, so stick around. Want to call in last chance? 508-222-1320. Welcome back. The final 7 minutes here coming up for this Wednesday evening until we catch you again next week.
So, when Khabib drops out of UFC 254, who's going to step in? I want to see Conor. I would want to see Conor step in.
I don't know if he does, though.
Because Conor's still training.
You got to
He's
keep
still
in
training.
mind. No, he is. He's waiting for that
If the
fight.
money is there, you pay him what you're going to pay Khabib. He's going to want a lot more.
He'll want more, but I don't know.
It'll come down to money. I don't think
The
Conor
problem
will
is
take it.
Gaethje's on Ferg's fight team. You're getting a similar fighter. You're getting a brawler, but you're going to get a good wrestler. You know what I mean? Like,
Colby might come in and step in.
He's
But
gotta
didn't
come-
Gaethje beat Colby? Who beat Colby? Someone beat
Usman.
Colby. I think.
Usman.
Or, no, not Colby. Poirier.
Oh, Poirier.
Poirier might step in for that
yeah.
interim belt.
You could get him in, I think.
Yeah, what's
I don't know.
his-
The problem is Conor's not going to come. I don't think Conor comes back to a fight and loses. Okay, he's going to come back to a Diaz 3 when they don't have a card and they're going to make one. It's tough. He's not going to come. He's not going to come back and lose to Gaethje. Gaethje's a great fighter. The only losses he
Yeah,
had,
he is good.
he got arrogant and he didn't take it serious. And he admitted that, and now he's serious on a good fight team. He looks good. I don't think
Yeah,
many people beat him.
When I heard Gaethje on Rogan, he was saying that he's gonna when he beats Khabib, he's gonna want Conor next.
Yeah.
Once he's done with Conor, he's hanging it up.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Once he beats Khabib,
He wants
once
a few
beats
good
Conor,
money fights and be out.
he's gone. And he said he might give Tony another chance.
He would for the money.
I would see him because with Tony having a full camp to prepare for Justin, I feel like it would be a much better fight
I could see
and
that.
not get totally beat up because Gaethje and Khabib are two totally different fighters in terms of preparation.
Yeah, I mean the only factor would be they know how each other fight. They're on the same fight team, but again, it's not the first time we've seen the same fight
Right.
team go at it.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good fight. I'm looking forward to it, and they better freaking have the fight.
My question, how long has it been since John Jones fought? It's been a long time, right?
Nah, it's not been that long. A couple months. He fought.
No, it's
Nah,
been,
yeah, he did fight
couple
pretty.
years.
He fought, no, not a couple years.
His last fight
Oh no, wait, no,
was
you're
Reyes in February.
yeah. I was gonna say he fought pre-COVID.
February.
I was gonna say he fought
Yeah.
pre-COVID.
Yeah, that was February. Yeah, that was boring.
Yeah, it was a boring fight, but yeah, no, I knew he had one. He had one or two pre-COVID.
It was Reyes, and then before that, it was July of 2019.
Yeah, because you have a suspension.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
his
so
problem.
February. He
though.
fought in February.
Yeah.
I
No.
forgot about the February fight because Reyes was just terrible.
Even still, I mean, even if it wasn't February, it's only
Because
a year.
I was like, why haven't they fought for an interim belt in the light heavyweight division yet? But yeah, interesting. That's another. John Jones is like your light heavyweight version of McGregor, I think. Not the trash talk portion, but the money portion.
Yeah,
He wants money,
yeah.
and a lot of it.
The problem too is,
And I think the only way he'll get that money is if he moves up to
the
heavyweight.
problem too is his brother's an NFL player,
That too.
so part of it's a
But
head
John
game.
Jones is bigger.
Yeah,
think.
no, I know that, but I'm saying like part of it is like, you're going out with your brother. He's richer than you. You want to make more money.
Right.
You know you're getting beat up more than your brother.
His next fight is Stipe
Yeah,
or DC. If DC wins, it's DC. If Stipe wins, it's Stipe.
yeah. It's like you're getting beat up, so like I don't know. He's not dumb. Neither is his brother.
Or if it's not Stipe, what if we saw John Jones and Ngannou?
You think?
I don't think Ngannou's ready for it yet, but that would be so interesting to me. Because Ngannou's such a heavy hitter, man.
I don't know though. I don't think Ngannou.
And I don't know if John Jones can take that shot. John Jones can last 5 rounds, though. Ngannou can't.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, Jones is just going to play smart, play away. Mm-hmm. He's going to play away. He's going to
that
look.
would be
He's
fun
going to
to
look
watch.
exactly like Holloway looked.
I want to see Ngannou face Stipe again. I would love to see that again. I would love to see that rematch.
Your Jones fight is
Stipe.
yeah, but I mean,
has
like
to
it's
be.
going to look like Holloway and Volkanovski. Like it's going to be that keep away, hit him, keep away, hit him. Like
That was a good fight, though.
it was a great fight.
Yeah.
Granted, Holloway got robbed. I'm not going to let that die out.
Mm-hmm.
But like Jones is going to keep getting away. He's not going to get up and face him. He knows. Like, and that's just a fighter mentality. But like, Jones is not a I'm going to go knock him out kind of guy. So he's got no problem staying away. He can Floyd Mayweather it and just stay away.
Under the radar, Garbrandt and Figueroa for flyweight. Garbrandt's dropping down to flyweight. That's going to be an awesome fight, too.
That'd be a good one.
Garbrandt's got the quickest hands in the game, in my opinion.
That'll be a good one.
That'll be really good. Because there's no one that can challenge Davison in the flyweight.
And that's
There's
a
nobody.
problem that
Benavidez is a joke compared to him.
that's a problem that a lot of these divisions are having. You just don't get anybody challenging. You get so much
The flyweight
division
you don't.
hopping now.
Bantamweight's kind of light. Featherweight's very deep.
Yeah, featherweight's heavy.
Featherweight's very
Featherweight
deep
is heavy.
with Holloway and Ortega up there and the Korean Zombie.
Yep.
Lightweight's probably your deepest division there is. Gaethje there with Khabib and Poirier.
Even
and
heavyweight, I
Tony.
feel like there's so many guys that are just
Welterweight's kind of short, but Masvidal's there. Woodley, I think, is on the decline.
yeah.
Woodley needs to beat Colby. If he doesn't beat Colby, I think he's
done.
He's
gotta
absolutely
be done.
done.
And I think Colby needs that win to stay relevant too. Mm-hmm. You know,
It's a big fight for both
He
of them.
hopped on the McGregor attitude. He can only stay relevant for so long. If he
Yeah.
doesn't perform, you know what I mean? He started trash talking real heavy on like the political spectrum to not get into politics. But
That's very true.
he
yeah.
dumped into that right before Usman lost. came back at that talk again. If you lose 2 in a row with that,
I mean, he lost to Usman, but he beat Lawler and RDA Dos Anjos before that. So I mean, that's
Yeah, but I don't.
Woodley needs it more.
Yeah, Woodley needs it more. But I feel like they both need to win.
Oh yeah,
I don't.
absolutely. Well, I mean,
everybody
of course
needs to
everyone
win,
needs
but
to
I feel
win.
like with him, like he's trying to stay relevant. He's trying to make himself a big name in a money fight.
Middleweight's not very deep either. You have Costa and
you really have
Adesanya.
the light and the.
Well, you have
the filter.
Adesanya and Costa
Yeah.
at the top, and that'll be determined next month. But
Yeah.
then
After
everyone
that,
else,
you have nothing else.
You don't really
It's
have
all
anything.
average.
If Adesanya moves up to light heavyweight and faces John Jones, that's something.
Yeah.
That would be something.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Adesanya can put on that weight. He's a pretty skinny dude.
It'd be hard for the build.
Because he's at 180. If he's at middleweight's 185, so he'd have to jump up to 205.
Yeah. 20 pounds.
That's
a
a
lot.
little bit of a jump, and John Jones can
And not
easily
only
move up to
that,
heavyweight.
not only that, dude. It's like
It's John
you're putting on
Jones.
20, and then you're gonna try to go 5 rounds to John Jones. When you fight John Jones, you have to expect 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to think you're gonna put on 20 and go 5, that's tough. That's tough for any fighter. And that's.
But if he were to pull it off, if he were to pull it off, though,
I mean, I think you do it for the money.
I would too.
His division's so basic that he could come back and get his belt.
I don't know if I'd put money on him though.
No, I wouldn't put
I
money
wouldn't.
on him, but I think he would
Yeah.
go do it just to get paid.
If
At
John,
this point, it's about money. That
Oh, yeah.
they care about their records, but they don't. Like they used to care. You know, I think Khabib cares about the undefeated because he wants to be the undefeated fighter. But
I think Adesanya
90,
wants that too.
90% of them are about money.
I don't know. We got a lot of. I mean, honestly, since the pandemic, these have been some of the best consecutive UFC cards I've ever seen.
Yeah, and they've
Like
been
back
putting
to
on,
back
and I
to
think
back.
they, you know, they're businessmen. They knew they had to put on. They had the perfect time to do it. Put the money where
Even
your
though
mouth
they're not
is.
putting any fans in seats,
Yeah,
they're
buy
still
fight.
profiting.
But they don't.
A lot.
They never make money off. I mean, they make money, but like they're pay per view heavy. I mean, you buy
Oh, yeah,
their event.
for sure.
You buy their event, and then they get money from ESPN now to be on ESPN
Yep.
Friday night.
That partnership is huge.
Yep, and then they tons of sponsors. Mm-hmm. Monster pays them boatloads
Yep.
to hold the can at the end of the fight.
Monster, Bud Light, like
Yeah, all of them, boatloads. Mm-hmm. And it's just
gotta love it.
it's smart. They're good businessmen. Can't say
Very
nothing
true.
negative about them. They're smart. They knew how to take advantage when all these other leagues couldn't figure it out. Buy an island, get it done.
There you go.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Exactly what it's about.
Little side note: what's up with the podcast studio? Because I want to start getting
I don't
into
know.
a podcast.
I think it's good to
maybe.
go.
I kind of want to get into it because
think
we
it's
can
good to
kind of
go.
do whatever we want with a podcast.
Yeah.
And I can actually let my mouth loose and cuss a little. You know.
I think it's good to go. I'll have to
Okay.
ask. But on that note, it's that time.
thanks,
I
guys.
think we'll touch on the Tyson fight next week since it is delayed.
It
Hopefully
is
we'll
delayed.
Get
I don't know when it's delayed till, but
yeah, hopefully we'll get a date. I'm a little excited just to relive that segment.
just to see it.
But you got to remember exhibition. No, there's gonna be some bad blood, but like headgear.
How much is the pay per view going to be?
Yeah, it'll
know.
probably be $100.
I mean, if you get like 5 or 6 guys in a house to split it, why not?
Might be $100.
Yeah.
You get the bars to buy it. It'll be a
Oh,
big
yeah.
event. How much was Mayweather Pacquiao? 80.
Oh yeah.
80,
Mayweather
90?
When did I see that? Where did I see that fight?
I was working, but they had it at my work.
Mayweather.
I think it was like $80-$90. I thought.
Yeah, it was pretty expensive.
Boxing's usually
Mayweather
up there.
Mayweather McGregor was pretty heavy too.
Yeah, that was like 80,
Yeah.
92, I think.
Yeah.
It's always up there for boxing.
I saw
when
that
they
at
have big
B-Dubs.
events.
I saw that at Buffalo.
Even
Wild
even
Wings.
if they do $60, they'll sell it hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's Tyson. Tyson's the name you're gonna go
Yep.
for. I mean, granted, it's Expedition. One of my buddies who's a big time, he knows that he was on fight, like he did UFC fighting and not UFC, but like MMA, local gym, and he was even like probably one of the worst best fights I'll ever watch.
Yeah.
It won't be great. It won't be what I expect it to be, but
Right.
it'll be great at the same time, and I'll enjoy buying it. So that's what you got to go into it with. A couple old guys who maybe have some bad blood. They're going to have more protection, and it'll be a little diluted, but it'll be a great show, I think. That's what I'm expecting.
especially with no ref.
I don't think you'll see anybody's ear get bitten off, though.
No. If only. If only.
If only.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Exactly. And on that note of no ears getting bitten off, it's that time.
Yeah, it is.
Closing time.
MVP Sports Talk Radio, folks. Every
Ryan-
Wednesday.
Ryan and Nick holding
from
it down.
7 to 9. Every Wednesday. Gonna kick it back up. We'll see you next week, folks. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for Mike for calling in. Thanks for hanging out, Drew, for all of like half an hour until the kids chipped in, and Tim for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Good times.
And we'll be back next week, folks.
See ya.
Later.